What up, people? What's good? Salute.
Yes, sir.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Salute to the tribe. We're hip hop and comics and hip hop. We're a niche channel. Reserved for the best. It's super dope. I do sell comics. Check me out on Instagram at 6th_element_comics. Yeah, because comic books are the sixth element of hip hop. What's good, y'all? This is the sixth element of hip hop. Y'all already know I'm your host, Reno Noir, and this is our co-host, Sada, over here. What's good, Sada?
Hello, everybody.
We have our yes. We have a ton to cover today. D23 Expo just popped off. It's still going on, I guess. The 9th, 10th, and 11th. I think it's probably tomorrow as well. But yeah, so a lot of news from there we got to cover. Stu Dog just popped in. What's good, Stu?
What's up, Stu?
Yo, what's up? What's going on?
Big homie Stu.
Yo.
What up? Yeah, we over here, man. We already live. We like I said, man, we got a ton to cover. And it is yes, we getting it popping. So the D23 Expo obviously is the big news of the day. And I mean, we might as well just jump to the because this is the DC Power Hour. Generally, guys, so just so you know, we typically only talk DC related stuff today. But D23 is covering so much, and it's such an event. We decided that we can't like miss out on the breaking news, so we gotta talk about it. Metaphysics, yo, what's good, homie? Peace. Yeah, so there's a lot of news. Where to start? I mean, I guess we'll start here. Boom, right? So this is the big news. I think the biggest news, and this is the reason why we're talking about this today on DC Power Hour, because we've been speculating what's going to happen with Soups, man. What's Cavill going to do? Where's he going to end up? You know what I mean? What's going on with that? So we've been talking about it a lot, and now we've got our answer. So love it or hate it, it is what it is. This is the lineup. This is the cast right here for the new Fantastic Four movie, and Cavill is playing Victor Von Doom. So, and we do have Boyega up there as Johnny Storm. Again, well, not again. I guess we're talking backstage, but yeah, we're very happy Boyega's in the MCU. GOAT actor, super dope. Always brings a lot of passion and feeling to any role that he's done. If you guys know any of his like indie movies and stuff like that, you know, not Star Wars, but his other roles, it's mine. I had no idea. Like just watching him do Finn on Star Wars, you really don't get it. Dude is really skilled, so I'm happy to see him over here. Johnny Storm, I don't know yet. I guess that will, remain to be seen if we're gonna be happy about that. But they already made Johnny Storm black in the last, so him being black,
we already had Michael B. Jordan as Johnny Storm, so I guess they want to be consistent.
Right. And Seth Rogen plays Ben Grimm. Yeah, that's what I guess they're doing, is being consistent. But Boyega just seems a little bit like his talents are wasted on a Johnny Storm role. I don't know. That's what I mean. It's
I don't see. He doesn't fit Johnny Storm to me. I don't see it at all. Actually,
well, you guys got to remember they audition for these parts, and they get these parts based on the director and the producers, saying that they fit these parts after they say a few lines from the script or whatever. They do have to act this out. They don't just say, "Well, he's going to do it," and then we get it. No, they actually have to audition.
Sometimes they do though. Sometimes they do that. They look at the person.
Sometimes they just pick. Yeah, sometimes they pick. You're right, Sada. Yeah, sometimes they pick, but most times they audition.
Yeah, unless it's like watching, a really big, Robert De Niro or something like that. They audition just to see if just to go through the motions. Sometimes they might have already chosen, but they got to do the audition to be fair. But yeah, I mean, maybe this is going to be a more dramatic Listen, the last Fantastic Four movies, people complain were cheesy, hokey. Maybe this one's going to be a more serious Fantastic Four movie. Maybe that's why we have, actors like Krasinski and Boyega and Cavill. Seth Rogen, always a goofball, but very skilled and talented. Ben Grimm was never like a favorite character of mine, so I kind of don't care. But
I'm just thinking like about the personality of Johnny. He's very arrogant and boisterous, and I don't feel like I just don't see that in Boyega. Like just looking like I feel like with Michael B. Jordan, I don't know, he looks arrogant. Like I just feel like it worked. They just didn't write a character for him, but with John, it's different. But maybe he'll prove me wrong. We'll see. But yeah, that's just kind of how.
No, and you're right. You're right, 1,000%. And Michael B. Jordan is cocky. I mean, he kind of fits the role. But Boyega can definitely play cocky. He could do whatever you put in front of him. So, like Stu said, maybe the audition was killer, and maybe we'll be amazed.
Or maybe they had. And sometimes they'll do stuff like they might have had. Maybe they might have had Henry Cavill playing Johnny Storm, and they might have had Boyega playing somebody else, and they swapped it. And they probably said, you know what, he might fit better at this, and he might fit better at that, and they do that too. They do that as well. He might come in for one part and get something else. Yeah, they think he might fit. So
very, very true.
Cavill very, very true. As Doom, though, that's interesting. I don't know how to feel about that one yet.
I don't either. I kind of dig it because I mean. So Victor Von Doom was like a handsome, guy, kind of conceited, maybe a little bit into his looks and all of that. And then he got disfigured, and that's why he keeps the mask on. So as long as they disfigure him enough and give him the right, I mean, it could work, He's Victor Von Doom already. All they got to do is put the scars on, and can he play the role? I mean, we'll see. And another thing is Cavill or Cavill, however you want to say it. He's a big actor. He's a big deal, especially in the comic film community. Does this mean that he's going to be a one and done character? Because Doom usually gets killed off in these movies, which is absurd, by the way. I think Doom should definitely survive whatever they do and come back a couple more times. So it'd be great to have an actor like Cavill because he'd be coming back as Doom again and again. At least 2 more times, I think. Doom's got to come back. Doom always comes back. So
fingers crossed, because Marvel has a bad track record with like one-off villains, except for like Loki or someone like that. So please, make them come back.
Baron Zemo, they bought him.
You already know, Slade. It's on deck. We gonna get there. Absolutely. Metaphysics said, I think Henry Cavill could do it. I seen him play a bad guy in Mission Impossible.
Yeah, I think he could do it. Yeah, he was good in Mission Impossible. I liked him in that role. So I feel like he could do it. It's just very interesting. Like I'm like so excited.
He can do Dr. Doom. I think it would be good to make him Dr. Doom.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited.
It makes sense.
It does.
Because I mean, if he has the mask on, it's not gonna make a difference. You know what I mean? He just has to act it out.
Wear the mask, Cavill. Wear the mask, please. We ask of you. That's one thing I'm worried about. That's all I'm worried about is him.
Yeah.
Too much Victor Von Doom, not enough Dr. Doom. That's
some of these actors,
which is probably what we're gonna get.
I feel Norrin.
A lot of
Magneto. Interesting.
That would have been dope. Yeah, he could have been definitely a great Magneto. That's very, very interesting. I haven't heard that one. That's a good.
Yeah, me neither. So I could see it. Shoot.
Definitely. But again, if he wears the mask when he's Doom, and we get enough of Doom, and they kill Doom, but he's still gonna come back, and we get Cavill again. Yeah, fingers crossed. So there's a lot of ifs factors. He's also from England, so he make a good Latvian accent. There you go. Hard to see him being okay with wearing a mask in the MCU. I know. I'm worried about that, Norrin. I'm really worried about that. But because I mean, but listen though, bro, you got Superman, we know you're Superman. You don't wear a mask as Superman. Go do some more Superman, but just give us Dr. Doom, and we know you're in the mask, bro. We really do. We know you're there. Just, come on.
They ain't calling him for Superman. That's why he's right over here at Marvel, because they wasted him in DC.
They did.
So,
they did.
Hopefully he doesn't take that experience and be like, I want my face everywhere. Like, hopefully he just like relaxes.
Right.
He's a huge nerd, right. So I feel like he would want to stay true to the character, but we'll see.
Is he really okay? Yeah,
he's like a huge nerd.
Yeah, that matters. Cavill and Affleck's DCEU returns cannot just be cameos. The status of Henry Cavill's Superman and Ben Affleck's Batman have been question marks worthy of the Riddler, I think, since 2017 of Justice League. But Affleck outright resigned as Batman before returning in a growing number of supporting roles after Justice League Snyder Cut was announced. And then, meanwhile, we got Henry Cavill and Warner Brothers failing to reach a new agreement, which has left him, out of the Superman cape for a while. But there's growing signs that the situation could soon change for both of them, because Affleck's having filmed new scenes for Zack Snyder's Justice League, and his roles in The Flash and Aquaman and The Lost Kingdom might suggest that he could again wield his batarangs as the DCEU's Batman. Additionally, talk is becoming increasingly omnipresent of an apparently possible Cavill Superman comeback, potentially starting with the cameo in Black Adam opposite, Dwayne Johnson's anti-hero. But Cavill, Affleck, both returning for these scenes and stuff like that, cameos, has, I think, bigger implications than it seems. Like, with literally years of rumors and uncertainty hovering over whether Cavill or Affleck would ever portray Superman or Batman again, that is a franchise stalemate that, simply cannot be repeated, should they return. But Cavill and Affleck signing on for future appearances could only happen with clearly defined plans for each of their futures in their individual roles beyond the simple one-off cameos. Just the way that contracts and shit are written. And, that largely relates to how their returns as the Man of Steel and, the Dark Knight would solve so many DCEU problems, the moment of their returns being hypothetically, confirmed, of course. But the damage that Justice League did to the DCU remains a black eye on the entire franchise. And, while the Snyder Cut reversed a lot of that harm, and, redemptively showing Zack Snyder's intended Justice League formation, the lack of clarity from Warner Brothers on a whole lot of the DCU's future still, is lingering. And the announcement of Cavill and Ben Affleck returning as, their Superman and Batman would provide a degree of assurance that DC fans and general audiences have lacked for years, with this franchise, the franchise's future, in part because of the level of certainty such a return would require internally at Warner Brothers Discovery. So I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? I think that these little scenes and cameos, that they're going back to do, could be a potential return for them in, bigger projects, bigger roles. What do you think?
It remains to be seen.
Yeah,
because Warner Brothers, because Warner Brothers
is still on.
You know what it is, man. Yeah. I'm trying not. You know what? I'm just gonna say, Warner Brothers they're Hollywood. They're not that smart. They leave us hanging all the time. You made a good movie with Superman, and then Man of Steel, and then all of a sudden crickets. You did a good Justice League, was good. The Snyder Cut was better. And then crickets.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we were supposed to the Batman, great movie, excellent movie. Now they talking about crickets. After they told us we were gonna get another one, so now we get another one, but now it's crickets. Batgirl, which nobody saw but the critics, and the public didn't even get a chance to say whether we liked it or not.
Right.
Axed. It wasn't. All their shows axed. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, do you
But the
guys right? Do you guys
Flash,
really want to? You guys really want this? But the Flash, the
they all for it.
the worst production of a movie in the history of movies,
The
the
worst
worst
promotion, the worst
pre-production of a movie, and the
shit around
worst
it.
everything that you could have with a movie in the history of movies, and that's a thumbs up, green light, take off, rocket ship to the moon
Gotta
from
go
Warner
in
Brothers. Come
theaters.
on, bro. Yes, yes, bro. Like, how could we get excited about anything they say when they just don't do the right thing? Like,
Yeah,
we
like
don't
Right.
at all.
like right now, the Flash movie has so much bad publicity. A lot of people probably just don't even care anymore. They don't even want to see it.
That's the
And
thing,
then,
metaphysics. Like, even if they do a 10-year plan, they've been saying that they have a 10-year plan. We have yet to see it. Like,
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
We've yet to see any sort
they-
of
they-
manifestation of a 10-year plan.
Oh no,
They say
Sada,
they
they
have.
did have one. They did have one 10 years ago. I remember when they announced. I remember
Yeah,
they
yeah, that's
announced
right.
Superman, Batman, Flash, Cyborg,
Oh yeah, I remember
Aquaman,
that. I set my calendar.
and then
That's right.
yeah, and they were like 2022. Everything was gonna be done by 2022.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, here
And
we
look at
are
where
in
we
2022, and look at where we at. And look at
They're
what we
talking
got.
about another 10-year plan.
yeah, they said
Another
another
10-year
one
plan.
with like this
Another
new
So
one.
picture.
now,
I'm like here
so
on.
now I gotta
Yeah.
wait till right. I gotta wait till 2032 now.
Oh jeez.
When back in like
I've been
2010, I was
53
like,
years
damn,
old.
2022, that's like a long time away. In
All this shit
2010.
gonna
But
be
then I'm
great.
thinking, I'm like, well, I think it was like 2000. I mean, I might even been 2011, 2012 when I first. But I'm like, all right, that's a little ways away. But here we are, and we don't have none of those movies they said we're gonna have.
Right.
We only got Aquaman, and that's it. We don't
Well, Norin
have a
makes a good
Flash
point.
movie.
They need to do big events, like Death Metal
I
or
agree.
Brightest Day, or a big event with a lot of connected stories they can make connected movies like the MCU does. That's the way they got to do it. Speaking of,
But I feel like they gotta
so
build
much
to
of
that.
these
They don't
shit.
know
But
how
you
to
know
build
what,
to
Reno?
that.
Death Metal. You know what, Reno? Death Metal was supposed to be when they first announced it. It was supposed to be coming to the big screen. Like they were gonna. It was like this big thing, and they were gonna
Yeah.
you see how big the comic run was, and we got nothing. Again, crickets. I mean, that's just what they do, bro. I
And
just don't get it.
Warner Brothers Discovery just ordered massive script rewrites for the Ezra Miller's The Flash movie, connected with recent developments of bringing Ben Affleck back as Batman and Jason Momoa as Aquaman. Reshoots have been ongoing for the studio, and there's pickup shots and new scenes for the Flash that they're doing. So they're trying to fix whatever they fucking need to fix. You got the CEO, David Zaslav, saying that The Flash is one of the movies that they have seen and that they do like. He said he also stated that they can make it better. And this was during the time that he also announced that DC Films is focusing on theatrical release for releases for its movies, moving away from HBO Max projects. In the same statement, he mentions upcoming movies Black Adam and Shazam: Fury of the Gods. People realized that he did not state the Aquaman sequel. A few days later, Jason Momoa posted on Instagram that Affleck is back for additional scenes in the movie. And then just this week, YouTuber Sil Abdul disclosed that The Flash is getting these massive script rewrites, and that these are, the very reasons why they're still picking up scenes. Ezra Miller has been attending the scheduled reshoots as planned. He's been showing up and all of that shit, doing everything he's supposed to do. And the movie with, Flash as the centerpiece, just basically undergoing major refinements. And while that 10-year plan, guys, of David Zaslav is still in the drawing boards, it seems that the studio means to align what they can, while they still have the time. But at present, the release date for The Flash is still on June 23rd, 2023. And, but I mean, these pickup scenes and rewritten parts of the screenplay maybe could have more Affleck as Batman. You never know. But
This
will
film
the
makes
movie
no sense.
Yeah, I mean, what about Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman? We don't know. And then Cavill
Too many
Superman on
moving
board,
parts.
Ray Fisher's Cyborg, with Fisher vowing that he will not take on DC projects while Walter Hamada is still in the company. There's a lot of mess over there. It's very messy. So you never know.
I don't understand how of all the films, Flashpoint is still like on track to being released. Like everything that's going to happen in that movie has been scrapped going forward. Keaton being the new Batman, that's scrapped. Supergirl having a more prominent role, that's been scrapped. Why are we having this film that's a nexus for all the issues in the DCEU? Why is that still going to be released? You'd have to change the entire film before it releases.
But no, you know what? You're right. That's probably what all these rewrites and reshoots are about. That's probably exactly what it is. Yeah, that's probably exactly
what
it is.
And they brought in new people. Because once you bring in new people, it's like a football team. When you get a new coach, they bring in their own people. And then they start doing stuff over. They want to change the offense, the defense. That's what's happening. They brought in new people. These new people said, well, nobody's really interested in seeing Michael Keaton. Let's get Affleck back. We like Affleck. But they don't care what the people like. And like I said, Hollywood's not that smart. You should have just got Gus to do it from the grip, made him the Flash.
Yep.
Brought him from the small screen to the big screen. And this would have all been, we would have seen a Flash movie already. We wouldn't have had any problems. And we'd have been
good. We would have seen two.
I mean, all these rewrites and reshoots and all, they shouldn't take that long. So why do we have to wait till next summer to see this movie? Like, I don't get it. We could have moved on. We could have got Aquaman this summer. We could have got this winter. We could have got Flash, and then next summer we could have moved on with a new Superman movie. I mean, come on, man. It don't take that long to film a movie. I mean, they filmed The Shining in 3 months?
Yeah.
Come on, man. And that was with less technology than what we have now.
Nah, yeah, exactly. And the shit that they're shooting and their CGI that they're doing, they don't even have to. It doesn't even take that long. But if you guys, if you're into DC, but you're just not happy with the DCEU, this is great news for you. My favorite story, Batman Hush, my favorite Batman story rather, is a perennial bestseller for DC Comics. And this iconic storyline has been reprinted in just about every format imaginable, from various hardcovers to trade paperbacks, to a massive absolute edition collection. But for the latest Hush collection, DC is offering something that none of the previous versions can boast, which is a brand new story from the original creative team. So Batman Hush 20th Anniversary Edition coming out is going to reunite the original writer, Jeff Loeb, and artist Jim Lee, for a 5-page story set after the events of 2003's Batman number 619. So DC is keeping the exact plot of this new story under wraps, but IGN can exclusively reveal 2 panels. And I'm going to show you those real quick. They're not really that telling, but actually it's just really sort of a... Oh, you're not going to let me fucking... All right, you know what? You guys can come and look at it with me. Here we go. Share the screen. Bing, bing, boom. Yeah, because sometimes they put these images on these things as web images, and you can't just copy them. It takes a minute. But there's one panel right there. Well, here's the cover. So it's got this big puzzle sort of version of Hush there in the background. Very cool looking. There he is, close up. Dope. And I guess these are the 2. Oh, is that not one? All right, these are the 2 panels. Yeah, there's what's his shirt say? LexCorp. Yeah, dope. So it's like a body in this ship that he's underwater checking out. But yes, that's that. But like I said, if you're into DC like we are, and you just not happy with their movies, the comics do not let you down. DC, also provided a brief, intriguing summary for this new story. It says, ever wondered exactly what happened to Batman after Batman Hush ended 20 years ago? This 20th anniversary edition provides the first clues to Hush's fate on that dark night. An all-new story from the original creative team of Jeff Loeb, Jim Lee, Scott Williams, Alex Sinclair, and Richard Starkings. So Batman Hush 20th Anniversary Edition will collect the entire storyline, including the interlude originally published by Wizard Magazine, along with a hefty selection of sketches, annotations, other behind-the-scenes material, curated by Jim Lee, the GOAT himself. Batman Hush was originally serialized in Batman number 608 to 619. So if you got those comics, you're a goat. But the storyline introduces the title bandage villain and features many of Batman's most popular villains and supporting roles rather. Batman Hush is also notable for introducing Bruce Wayne's estranged childhood friend, Dr. Tommy Elliot, and featuring a whirlwind romance between Batman and Catwoman, which of course we know lays the groundwork for the eventual marriage between the two in Tom King's run of Batman. So a lot starts from Hush, and again, it's my opinion, it's the dopest Batman story. So if you haven't read Batman Hush, check it out, and if you got the scratch, get that 20th anniversary edition. I think Batman Hush is one of the dopest Batman stories. I agree, sir.
I agree with that. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
That and The Longest Night.
And The Longest Night. Yeah. Longest Night was dope.
That was good.
Hella dope. So D23 Expo has been very eventful. We've got a lot of trailers to show you. Star Wars stuff. We got Iman Efsandi joining Ahsoka as Ezra Bridger. So we know now who's going to be playing Ezra. And this is the dude. Doesn't look like Ezra right there, but I think he played Aladdin in the live action Aladdin that they just did. I think it's that same guy.
Oh.
So yeah.
Really?
Yeah, so he'll be Ezra. And then you've got her as Sabine. Sorry about the image. But yeah, Ezra, so Ezra is officially headed to live action, and I think people have been wondering what the hell happened to Ezra, because at the end of Rebels, he's just sort of floating off into space with the big whales and Thrawn. So Thrawn and Ezra and Ahsoka and all that good stuff is coming back in the it's going to be in two things. It's going to be in Tales of the Jedi, and it's going to be in the Ahsoka show. So we've got a trailer for Tales of the Jedi. So we're going to run that now, chop it up. So here we go, Tales of the Jedi trailer.
Everywhere there is life, but you must face death. Honor it. Do not fear it. Jedi. Ahsoka is Jedi.
The best way I can protect you is to teach you how to protect yourself.
Master Dooku.
I want to bring peace and order to the galaxy.
Master,
Stop!
It is the only way you will truly have victory, my Padawan.
Again. Again.
Dooku, stand down.
I'm tired of fighting.
I've been warning them about the coming darkness.
Let's hope all that training pays off.
And who might you be?
Yo, that shit looks amazing. If you're a Star Wars fan, trust me. If you're not, trust me, it looks amazing.
It looks great.
Yeah, and so Ahsoka has the live action show, which is what the guy who's playing Ezra Miller is going to be in. But this is obviously also Ahsoka adjacent stories and stuff like that. And yes, Slade, we're gonna see Bad Batch in a second. They didn't show a trailer for it, but season 2 has been announced, and we'll talk about where that's going in a minute. But first announcing back in May for the Star Wars Celebration animation panel, Tales of the Jedi that we just saw the trailer to is an anthology series tracing the life stories of certain Jedi across Star Wars canon. And it's a 6-episode first season, so they may do other seasons. The first episode, or the first season rather, focuses on Ahsoka, which is Anakin Skywalker's former Padawan, introduced in the Clone Wars TV series, and Count Dooku, which is the treacherous fallen Jedi played by Christopher Lee in the film series and voiced by Corey Burton in the expanded universe material.
And Padawan of Yoda.
And yeah, he was Yoda's Padawan. That's right. And there's a dope book about that too. About Dooku, when he was a Padawan and coming up as a Jedi and all that cool shit. So, you should check that out if you're into it. But Ahsoka's 3 episodes, are gonna focus on. I guess they're doing like 3 episodes about Ahsoka and then 3 episodes like about Dooku. So hopefully they will go back to all that young Dooku stuff before he was Count Dooku. But Ahsoka's 3 episodes will focus on different points, of her hero's life, and then Dooku's episodes will depict him before he turns to the dark side when he was younger. I don't know how young they're going, but he will be like a much younger Count Dooku, still a Jedi at this point. So each episode is going to be like 15 minutes long. So it's a really short. It's a short show. But
Wow.
I know. I was super pissed when I found that out. So 6 15-minute episodes is really 3 30-minute episodes is really 1.5 1-hour episodes. So not much
Star Wars
content.
don't get no love, man.
They
Star
don't.
Wars don't get no love.
They
Damn,
really,
bro.
they really are though, because I've got 3 more Star Wars shows coming that they're gonna talk about. So they are getting a lot of love this at this expo. Tales of the
That is
Jedi.
true.
Yeah, Tales of the Jedi. Maybe
I mean, they get love at the expo and all, but come on, man, 15 minutes.
no, that show is way too short. It's way too short. I mean,
Man, come on, man.
Woo.
Dang, bro.
Wait, only 15?
Right, hook
That's
us up.
insane.
Yeah,
It could have been
They
30
said
minute
nope.
shorts. Yeah, 15
Right.
minute shorts, man.
Well, look at this way. So you got 3 15 minutes for Ahsoka. So that's a 45-minute Ahsoka episode, and you got a 45-minute Dooku episode. That's about what it amounts to. But we had other shorts. There's been a lot of Star Wars shorts series that come out. This is just one of them. And it is showing much lesser known content, like Dooku's young years. That's something that's never been explored in any movies or shows or anything. So there's not a lot of content to pull from. Like I said, there's that one book, but I guess they're doing lesser known, shorter storylines, shit like that. But it's created by Dave Filoni, so it's gonna be dope. He's the guy that made Clone Wars and The Mandalorian and Charles Murray as well. And the voice cast is gonna have Liam Neeson reprising his role from the Clone Wars and the Phantom Menace, as well as Janina Gavankar as Ahsoka's mother, Pavti. Other Star Wars characters featured in the series like Bail Organa, Mace Windu. We're gonna have Yaddle. We got Yaddle coming back. If you remember who that was this chick in the female Yoda in the old movies. But she'll look much better. This is her now, or in the show rather. Nice. But that's Yaddle. Yeah, so we'll finally get to see some other grown Yoda creatures or species doing some Jedi stuff. So that'll be cool. Ponda Baba is another character. But like I said, so the first 2 upcoming series created by Filoni starring Ahsoka, and then the second is the live action limited series titled Ahsoka, which will premiere next year. Rosario Dawson is going to come back. She was she played Ahsoka in The Mandalorian and killed it. Cannot wait for this. It's going to be phenomenal as long as they keep it Mandalorian style. And then it's going to feature several additional Star Wars animated characters making their live action debuts. So again, cannot wait for this. Love to see these characters brought into live action and stuff like that. It's been hit or miss. I know that. I mean, Book of Boba Fett was trash. Honestly, and Obi-Wan was for all intent
trash. Just
trash.
say it.
I just all right. Just say it.
Just say it.
Trash.
I know you don't want to do it. I know you don't want to do it. I don't want to hear it. I know you don't want to do it. But we just got to tell the truth, man. We got to let it be broke.
It was
Obi-Wan was not what we're not gonna say. We'll go more lighthearted. Let's just go more lighthearted. It just Obi-Wan Kenobi was not what we expected.
Was not what we expected.
More.
Oh,
We
that's
expected
a nice
more. We
way to put
expected
it.
better.
Yeah.
We expected more. We expected better. We wanted what we wanted, and we got what Kathleen Kennedy wanted. And that's how it went down.
Clean way to say it.
Yeah. Not because I read an article. I read an article that said how it was really supposed to go, and the way that it made more sense. I think we would have enjoyed that much more than what we got. What we got was a movie script that she wrote years ago. For Obi-Wan, and she snuck it in there. Nobody liked it then. Nobody likes it now. If nobody liked it 5-6 years ago, what makes you think people won't like it now?
Niche geek. So then we got this this show coming as well, The Acolyte. And before Slade Wilson explodes, we're gonna show the Mandalorian 3 trailer in a minute. But this person is was from The Queen and Slim. I don't know if you guys saw that. I thought it was dope. I thought it was pretty cool on Netflix.
Queen and Slim was dope. Yeah.
Jodie Turner Smith is her name, and she's going to the dark side. She's gonna be in The Acolyte. She's gonna she's a 3-time NAACP Image Awards nominee for her role in Queen and Slim, where she starred opposite Daniel Kaluuya. Following roles in shit like The Last Ship, Night Flyers, and Jet. She next appears opposite Adam Driver and in the Noah Baumbach directed White Noise, and Adam Sandler and Jennifer Aniston starring Murder Mystery 2, both for Netflix. So she's really doing her thing. The Acolyte is a show that should have been my favorite show of all time because it's about Sith acolytes and Sith stuff, but it should have taken place in the Old Republic. It should have been a totally different thing than it is. It's actually taking place during the High Republic era, which is super whack. This is a total Kathleen Kennedy era. The whole thing is Lucasfilm trying to do their whatever, and it's not good. So unfortunately, The Acolyte's probably gonna suck, just like Obi-Wan did. But it takes place roughly 100 years before the events of Phantom Menace. This is a time when they think that the Sith are gone. They think they've been gone for a millennium. So, and a lot of those characters haven't been born yet. But you know, they said, who was it said? Somebody said we're taking a look at the political and personal and spiritual things that came up in a time period that we don't know much about. This is the one that they hired non-Star Wars fans to write, by the way. My question when watching The Phantom Menace was always like, well, how did things get to this point? How did we get to the point where Sith Lord can infiltrate the Senate and none of the Jedi pick up on it? Like, what went wrong? What are the scenarios that led us to this moment? Well, you know, read some Star Wars books, buddy, or comics or anything. But in this age of enlightenment, he added that the Jedi uniforms are all gold and white. And it's almost like they would never get them dirty. They would never be on, out and about. The idea is that they could have these types of uniforms because that's how little they're getting into skirmishes. This is not an era that anyone's interested in. This is not a time that anyone needs movies or comic books or novels or TV shows this is just a time you could tell us about, and we're happy with it. So not super excited about this one. Moving along, though, the first official trailer for the Star Wars Mandalorian 3 season 3 officially aired at D23 Expo. And production on the third season reportedly began a year ago this month, continuing the adventures of Din Djarin. Season 2 ended December 2020. And 2 years later, here we are. We're still waiting on it, but you know, I guess they pacified us with Book of Boba Fett and Obi-Wan and Ahsoka, but we're all just really waiting for Mandalorian season 3 to come back. So let's check out the trailer that they showed, and let's see what we think about this season 3. I saw some of it, and man, it looks really fucking good. All right, here we go.
This is the one that you saved? You are as its father. A clan of 2. But you have removed your helmet. Then you are a Mandalorian no more.
Your cult fractured our people. Where were you then? Did you think your dad was the only Mandalorian?
All right, kid. Hang on. You ready for an adventure?
Norn said it best. Cannot.
That looks dope.
That looks phenomenal. We are very happy. Yes, we're very happy. What can I say, man? It just looks, dude. It looks cinematic, bro. It looks like they upgraded their their budget a little bit, even. We see a lot of developed characters. Grief Targa, or whatever his name is. The head of the what do you call it, Bounty Hunters Guild. He's all pimped out, you know what I'm saying, looking like Don Bishop Magic Wand. And we got a big slew of new Mandalorians from Bo-Katan's crew. Another thing, speaking of them, the tagline or whatever, or the narration saying that you removed your helmet, you're a Mandalorian no more. That's really only one sect of the Mandalorians that believe that way. It's not really a current thing that Mandalorians go by anymore. So he's very traditional in that way. So that's a very traditional outlook. But season 2 ended with young Luke Skywalker coming in, like best fucking scene in any Star Wars anything since we found out Darth Vader was Luke's father. I mean, it was an event. So if you were there, YouTube video after YouTube video, fans fucking boo-hoo crying like babies looking at it. It was really dope. So and he was able to connect with Rosario Dawson's Ahsoka. But she, had her own mission to attend to, which will be explored in a spin-off series, the Ahsoka show. And you got Mando, Ahsoka, Luke Skywalker also guest starred in the Book of Boba Fett, where we saw Grogu was given the option of either becoming Luke's first student in his new Jedi temple or going back with Mando. Of course, he chose to go back with Mando, and they helped Boba Fett defend his territory from the Pike Syndicate. But with Din Djarin having obtained the Darksaber, right? So now, he has what Bo-Katan wants, what she needs to be the leader of the Mandalorians, which is a role he really doesn't care about. But nonetheless, he's going to go to their planet. So we're probably going to see him going to their planet, going deep into the mines and looking for the helmet or whatever it is that he needs to make himself Mandalorian again in their traditions. So very exciting. But, having Din Djarin speak to Bo-Katan about returning to Mandalore to absolve his transgressions, such as taking off his mask. Again, but season 2, we saw Bo-Katan. She, very much wanted to duel him, for the rights of the Darksaber. Because you can't give it to someone, you can't take it from someone, you have to beat them in battle to acquire it. So, but Jon Favreau just opened up about what a possible rivalry between Bo-Katan and Din Djarin, could be. He says, this is Jon Favreau. He says, to have the partnership of Katie Sackhoff, I have performed as a voice actor alongside Bo-Katan as Pre Vizsla, so that was fun to see myself on screen with her. I never really got to know her. I knew her as Starbuck from the Battlestar days. He said, what would happen is, as I would start to write storylines, I would talk to Dave Filoni and say, hey, this is a character, what do you think they might fit? Because it's, in The Mandalorian, she's one of the most famous Mandalorians in canon. The collaboration with these existing characters was the first challenging part of the writing for me because I was dealing with all new characters. End quote. But you guys can see all the episodes of Mandalorian up to season 3 streaming on Disney Plus right now. But I think the trailer itself is full of Star Wars goodies. You saw Babu Frick in there. You saw a bunch of other things. We see Bo-Katan Kryze, right, sitting on the throne of Mandalore. Assumably she's, I guess, got the throne, but she doesn't officially have the Darksaber. And so, where Din Djarin has to go to repent for removing his mask, to which Bo-Katan tells him that, his cult is responsible for the fall of Mandalore. And then Grogu also appears in the trailer after he opted to end his training with Luke Skywalker and go back with, his surrogate father. It's a lot of Easter egg shit in there. Did you guys see anything specifically that maybe we didn't catch?
Nothing on my end. I just know that. Oh wait, Stu, are you trying to talk? Because you're totally muted.
No, I was listening to you.
Oh, okay. I was just saying.
I was like, let it be broke.
I was just saying D23. They were very consistent with the trailers for this expo. They were all, I felt, well crafted trailers. So yeah. I'm happy with that.
Yeah. And that's a great point too, that I think the Obi-Wan the Obi-Wan show trailers were crafted phenomenally. Like, they made me think that it was going to be the best show ever. So we cannot trust trailers. We know that.
But I'm gonna enjoy it while it's here.
They're fucking cool. Yeah.
They are.
I mean, they showed the one chick that built his ship, the astromech. We know he's going to get an astromech for the ship now, because there was an astromech riding in the back.
Right.
How long he's going to keep it, we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And she keeps, and they don't show you much, man. They just, and I get it, because they want to keep you suspended. They want to keep you, in suspense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But we do know a lot of returning characters are coming back, except for one. We won't speak of that right now. It's another subject. But it pretty much looks like everybody's coming back, and we're going to see Mandalore's journey to, purge his soul in the lake waters of Minnetonka. Mandalore, on Mandalore, and do what he got to do to get his honor back.
Yeah.
I'm just curious to know if he's gonna, if he's gonna battle Bo-Katan. For whatever reason, maybe.
I think she's gonna force him to.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna resist, and I think she's gonna force him to. Because
remember, at the end of the last season, he didn't want to do it. He was like, "Hey, just take the sword. I don't want it." Like she was like, "No, you got to fight for it. You can't just give it away."
Yeah.
And he won it in battle. That's why she was like, "Don't fight Moff Gideon. Just wait for me to get there."
Right.
But let's say had he did, and Moff Gideon, because he was pretty skilled with that thing.
Yeah, he's learning.
He wasn't no pushover with it. So let's say if he messed around and killed Bo-Katan, then what?
Right. You know, could happen. Well, the next big series that Disney Plus is going to show us is going to be Andor. And I'm super excited for this just because I'm only excited for it because Rogue One is easily one of my favorite Star Wars movies, like probably top 3. But Diego Luna, who plays Cassian Andor in Rogue One, is returning as the same character. And he said, I'm going to show you the trailer in a second, but he said, the only thing I can say is you're going to see where he was 5 years before Rogue One, and you're not going to believe that Rogue One was possible. Because a lot of people were like, well, what are they going to, what is this going to be about? Who is he? What is he? And we know he's a spy from Rogue One. He really didn't do a lot in Rogue One. He was kind of, a kind of lackluster character. There's a lot of really cool characters in that movie that they could have done something with, but his history I think was talked about. Yeah, KSO1 or KSO. Yeah, that hopefully hopefully these characters are going to be in the show. That's what I'm hoping. But he met a lot of these characters during Rogue One. This is sort of a prequel, so probably unlikely that they'll be in it, but he also said that's the idea, to see a transformation and an awakening. I can't tell you how that will be represented. You will have to wait until the 31st of August. But it is about that, and it's about how much we're all capable of changing and transforming, and that's the beauty of storytelling. Not many times you start knowing the end. Here, you know what happens, but it's not about like, oh, this happened. No, it's about how it happened that matters. It's about the little details and what's in between the lines and every layer of every character. Even though we are on a very epic kind of show with a huge spy adventure show, we're going to have time for intimacy. You're going to go deep into the character and the people around him. It's going to be interesting, I think, and it's going to be dark and fun and different from what you see out there now. That last sentence is giving me a lot of hope. He said it's going to be interesting, it's going to be dark and fun and different from what you're seeing out there now. So hopefully it will be dark and it will be different.
Yeah, I hope it's not boring. I mean, because you can get too much story and too much backstory, and some of that we just don't need. I hope it's a story that moves along. I hope it has a point. Maybe it'll show us how he joined Rebellion and him and KSO became real good buddies. I don't know. I just don't want it to be boring. I don't want it to be a Star Wars show where it's just boring.
I'm a big fan of this. I'm a big fan of this. What'd you say, Sod?
Oh, I said that's the greatest sin, for it to be boring. So.
Yeah.
No, because how many times? Like, all right, like I've been watching Rings of Power, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of bored watching it. Is it good? Yeah. Is it necessary? I don't think so.
I mean,
but it's too much story. It's just too much story for me. If I wanted that much story,
I'm having a great time watching it. That's what I'm saying.
No,
it's not for everybody.
It's not that I'm not having a good time, Reno. It's just that I don't know. Some of it just, what it is. Some of it just drags. Like I'm like, all right, cool. It's just like we don't need this, and that's my only complaint. Other than that, the production is great. It looks way better than Obi-Wan. The presentation is movie like. The quality. Yeah. Like I'm enjoying the visual aspect of it. It's just that at some points when you're watching the show, it drags, and it to me it just seems like they're just trying to tell too much story when we just don't need that much. Like just give us what we need and let's just move this. Like you always said, it's just too many characters for you to care about them all.
Yeah, you got to care about the characters,
right? And I think that's what's happening. They're just giving us too many characters to care about.
I think but with Andor, okay, so I'm a big fan of the spy genre, right? Born Identity, all that shit. So basically you're combining two of my favorite things, the spy genre and Star Wars. So I think the Star Wars aspect of it, for those who are not really into like the Le Carre type of really long story driven, spy shit. Some people find boring. So, but I think the Star Wars stuff is going to take away that boring aspect for the casual audience. But the deepness of the, sort of spy thriller story, I think is going to make it a good quality story. So again, it's not going to be for everybody. This is not going to be like a swashbuckling adventure. It's not The Mandalorian, but let's check out this new trailer. So here we go. Let's run it.
And but it doesn't have to be. I just don't want so much story that I just don't care.
No, yeah, I know what you mean.
That's all I'm asking. That's all. That's the only point I'm making. I just don't want it to be so much that I just look like damn. But I am excited for it, and I can't.
Yeah. Hopefully it's not a snooze fest
on August 31st.
Yeah, right. All right, here we go, guys. Opening August 31st. Boom.
Spies. Saboteurs. Assassins. We've all done terrible things on behalf of the rebellion.
Cassian Andor. Don't matter what you tell me or tell yourself. You'll ultimately die fighting these bastards. Wouldn't you rather give it all at once to something real?
We've chosen a side. We're fighting against the dark.
There is an organized rebel effort. Drill down and get a hunt started.
You realize what you set in motion? People will suffer.
Time has come to force their hand.
At what cost?
Everything!
Every day we wait, they get stronger.
Let's take them by surprise.
For the greater good.
Call it what you will.
Let's call it war.
People are standing up. They're afraid. Right now, they're afraid.
Let's go!
Star Wars Andor 3-episode premiere streaming September 21st.
Fuck, that's gonna be dope.
Yeah,
That's gonna be
dope. Yeah, that's gonna be dope.
That's gonna be dope. I'm saying it here. I'm calling it.
That's gonna be dope.
It's it's very cinematic. I mean, it's looking more like what I expect from shows nowadays. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like Sopranos, Game of Thrones, shit like that has shown us that TV shows can be better than movies in many ways. So, please, guys, stop treating these TV shows like it's cable or like it's network TV shows. This is not the CW. These are streaming shows. This has got to be on the quality of HBO shows. It has to. And that's, I think,
come on, Disney, step it up.
Step it up. Please. But similar to the fellow series Obi-Wan, for the upcoming Ahsoka show, Andor is being built up as a big deal for the franchise. Not only is it bringing back Mon Mothma, and giving us our first look at the politics, that will be, what the politics will be like during, the time of the Empire, and it's said to be more of a thriller than an action show. So which I love thrillers. I haven't heard anything that makes me worry yet. So far, everything is sounding great. Showrunner Tony Gilroy is said to have built the show with the priority focused on the characters rather than the established setting that they find themselves in. And to that point, the series is going to jump forward in time every 3 episodes. So it's not, so as to paint, a better idea of what, life is like for Andor. And I think it's going to go for 2 seasons. I think it'll go for 1 more season. And eventually link up to where we meet the character in Rogue One. So I think it'll take us 2 seasons of time jumping episodes to get to Rogue One, and that's sort of where it'll end, where Rogue One begins. But it'll be interesting to see what, insight the show offers, to the character of Andor in the past that, he's supposedly haunted by. Because remember, in Rogue One, he's always got a very sort of doom and gloom sort of vibe. He's very always depressed, very quiet. Yeah.
Smile. He's got a very smile attitude about things. And you know what it is too? He's very, very. He's about the job. Like we're gonna get this done. Hell of hot water. Because remember he was always talking about killing a girl. He's always talking about look like one way or another this is gonna get done. Like I would like to see where he got that dedication from because he was devoutly dedicated to the Alliance and completing his mission.
Yeah, for sure. That too. And so he was definitely haunted by his past and a seasoned, soldier. So he's got a past. And if you loved Rogue One, you've been wondering about his past. So I think this is one of those shows that they needed to do. They, sure, there's probably some other stuff they should have done before, but this is a show that I think a lot of people are going to want to see. The story and all that. As for the Bad Batch, guys, we were talking about Bad Batch season 2. They did confirm a release date. We've got January 4th. So 2023, January 4th, we'll get the first 2 episodes of the 16-episode second season. So lots of good show content there. I don't know how many episodes was the first season. I don't know. I forget.
It was I want to say maybe 10 or 12 or something like that. It wasn't a lot.
Okay.
It was more than Obi-Wan, I can tell you that.
Yeah. Well, there's 16 of them.
There's 16.
There's 16 of this one. And I think so. Like I said, the D23 Expo is still going on. And I think we just got
it was 16 episodes. It was 16 episodes.
Okay, so they're both. So they're both 16. So that's good. They're gonna come back. Let me see. So I guess the Bad Batch season 2 trailer has come out. Wait, no, that's the one we saw months ago. Yeah, we saw this months ago. Well, I can show it again. It's pretty short. It'll take me a minute to pull it down, but yeah, I guess that's all we got at the D23 Expo was the release date and stuff. They didn't give us like a new trailer or anything, but the Bad Batch, but a lot of fans are disappointed too because as any update about all the projects brings with it renewed attention for the spinoff of Star Wars Clone Wars. But given that it was initially slated to debut this month, knowing that there's a longer wait expected, a much longer wait expected, obviously is going to dismay some fans. But with Andor premiering in a couple weeks, there's at least some Star Wars shit that we'll get between now and tide us over. But it is a long wait. I mean, January of next year, that's a long fucking time, but especially for something we were expecting right now. All right, let me put this video up here for y'all. Bing, bing, bing. Yeah, because I want to see this. You know what? I don't think I even saw this season 2 trailer.
For what, Bad Batch?
Now that I'm looking at the thing of it, I don't think I did see this. Yeah, so this is Bad Batch season 2, but it's gonna take me a minute to upload it. But give me a few seconds. But yeah, I'm Bad Batch was dope. Like Bad Batch was super dope.
Bad Batch was.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, I was literally hooked on it by the end of the season. I thought it was. It was the best thing I've seen since the Clone Wars cartoon.
And earlier this summer, we did get a trailer for the second season, which was telling us that it was going to be coming out this month, September 28th. So a lot of people are disappointed as far as that goes, but this is the trailer. If you guys missed it, just about a minute long. So this is the trailer for season 2, Bad Batch, coming soon.
You can buy your freedom. You can have a future. Isn't that what you're after?
We're already free.
Clearly, you're not paying attention to what's happening out there.
It is time for a new era.
There are others out there who need our help.
We'll take all the allies we can get.
Let's go.
Let's get to work.
So yeah, I mean, Bad Batch, can't go wrong. It's a cool show. I mean, it's cool, you know, cool theme, cool characters, you know, batch of clones that didn't really come out of the oven right. They're kind of twisted and they're kind of different. They look funny, but they're all got their specialties and they go around, you know, helping people and shit like that. But do you think, Stu, that this season is going to be just, you know, more of the same good Bad Batch stuff? You think we're gonna get some revelations in this one or what? Definitely some Emperor shit going on.
I hope so. Because at the end of Bad Batch, they kind of show the forming of the Empire, like they show they show the way things are headed. And with them defecting and not being part of Order 66, and they had some type of chip or something like that removed so that they could, you know, operate independently of, you know, of the clones. That, you know, that for me, I'm hoping that. Oh, and the girl with Omega, I think her name is. We're gonna find out more about her this season too, because she actually plays a part in the cloning process. We found that at the end of this first season, and that those failed clones they all kind of share between Omega and the clones. They all kind of share some type of genetic marker. So they all have something to do with each other. That's why those clones are the way they are, and they weren't perfected like the other ones. Like you were saying, they're kind of, but they were made that way on purpose.
Oh, I thought they were defects.
Nah, they were actually experiment with something else with them. That's why the one dude that's a sniper, he's so loyal. Like each clone is an improved version of the last one. So until they perfected it. The one now that defected against him, the sniper guy, he actually didn't have his chip removed, and he was a lot more loyal than they were. But he also had a lot more going on in his head than they did too. And that's basically when they were making them. That's what they were trying to do. They were trying to make them as loyal as possible without using any foreign.
Gotcha. Because they were trying to make sure that Order 66 was going to go off without a hitch. They wanted to make sure that they could hit that switch and they'd follow.
They wanted to do that. Right. They wanted It was pull that switch and they follow. And even if they didn't pull the switch, they still follow orders.
Right.
But they were all loyal to the Emperor no matter what. Like devoutly loyal. But the Bad Batch is like their failsafe. That was the clone people that made all the clones. Bad Batch and Omega is kind of like their failsafe. So, but they won't tell you how. They won't tell you how they're important. So I guess we'll find out this season. They won't tell you how they're, but they told you that they are important to the cloning process.
Yeah, I still haven't finished.
But I think I think Omega is force sensitive. That's what I think, and I think that's the thing that they actually succeeded. She's the little girl that's with him.
Because I got all the Bad Batch figures, all the characters, but they didn't have.
Oh, you had I never seen a little girl. I'm trying to get all the Bad Batch figures, bro. I can't never find them. Then again, you live next to the best Walmart in the world. So.
Yeah, I must do.
Speaking of that, not to go off subject, look what I found in Walmart.
Nice.
Look at that.
Last one just sitting there.
Nice.
I just picked it up and walked out. I'm like,
oh, you didn't pay for it? Just
yeah, just walked out with it. Just walked out the store.
Yeah.
Skip it.
Yeah,
they owe me. Yeah, they owe me.
Right.
Nah, I was thinking about you when I got it. I was like, yo, Reno just said he got one. I was in Walmart picking up some groceries and I said, let me go see it. You know, Rick, that was the only good thing they had back there, man. They had no
That's
other.
crazy that they probably only had it because it was a little bit more expensive than the other ones. It was like twice as much. It was like 40 something. But
it's $40, yeah.
Golly.
Yeah, because it comes with an alligator, and we all know.
Yeah,
that's a whole nother
baby
figure.
Alligator. That's it. Yeah. And it comes with a baby alligator, so that's $10 alligator.
Two little babies come with a little albino one and a little green one.
Yeah, so that's $10 for the big one and $5 for the two little ones. So that's $40.
Yeah.
But yeah, Reno, Bad Batch is good, Reno. I hope that I hope they talk about Omega more. I think she's force sensitive, and that was different because we know Palpatine and Vader were experimenting with cloning someone with force powers, and it just never turns out right. So I'm thinking that Omega was the first one that did. And I'm hoping they explore that. I think she's force sensitive, but she just doesn't know it.
Yeah. Well, we that could be a cool plot right there. So yeah, it's a lot they can do with that. And also, you know, you guys know D23 Expo firing on all cylinders, man, just putting it all out. So we've now been given the first look at Jude Law in his new Star Wars series Skeleton Crew. There he is, Star Wars get up. So those two spheres that you see on either side of him, those are you remember when in the old movie, like C-3PO and R2-D2, they walk up to Jabba's palace and that little ball thing comes out and like talks to him.
Oh, I was talking to him, yeah, the scanner.
Yeah, so that's what those are. It's two of those coming down. I guess they're, you know, the equivalent of CCTV cameras.
Oh, yeah, you can see their the light right there.
Little
squiggly lines,
Yeah, so that's so Skeleton Crew. I think this is supposed to be just like for kids, but not necessarily like for little kids. It's more like a 1980s coming of age space adventure, you know, like an 80s flick. So it's like a teens thing, I guess. But while the image, you know, leaves a lot to imagination, we can see that he is standing there before some kind of space age technology. But the series is meant to follow a group of kids, you know, that are stranded in the galaxy and have to get their way home. And, you know, we see this group of children standing behind him. You can see there. But we've not been shown their faces yet. Don't know who's going to play the characters, who they are, or anything. And this might be a clever ploy, you know, by Lucasfilm to keep us guessing about who has been cast in the series. And I suspect that they get the castings from fans sometimes. I mean, I don't think they thought about Krasinski until a fan said it. So maybe they're waiting for us to cast these 4 characters in the back. You never know. But but Jude Law is the only member that's officially cast or announced. But we are likely to be getting the announcements about the kids in the crew in the coming weeks. But Disney and Lucasfilm collaboration said to be coming out in 2023. There's not been yet an established time frame, but hopefully the series is going to come out in the first quarter of the year. And then again, you know, it would have to battle Mandalorian for views, so Disney Plus will probably save it for the summertime. But I think what makes Jude Law and Skeleton Crew more exciting are that the series is being directed by the Spider-Man head, John Watts. And the man, you know, has left behind the world of you know, Spider-Man to take up this new series. You know, and he also stated that even those in this new Star Wars series has cast mostly kids, it's not a show built just for kids. That is some good news, I think. But you know, it leaves us to wonder what's going to happen in this series. But again, I'm thinking it's when they say for kids, I'm thinking it's more like teens. It's like a coming of age type, story. So could be good. Could actually be pretty cool. I was totally turned off when I heard it was a kid show. I just thought it was little kids, like maybe a, Teen Titans Go version of it or something, a silly thing like that, but not at all. So could be dope. Could be pretty dope. Y'all hear about Mike Tyson? What does he say? He has
What
an
happened
illness?
with Mike Tyson?
Yeah, he
has illness.
Yeah, well, y'all seen his show Mike on Hulu? I don't know if you've been watching that. Crazy.
Yeah,
I have not been watching it, but I heard it.
Yeah, I watched it. That is a true trip down memory lane for me. I cannot lie about that.
Yeah. They're just like going over everything that happened and all the events. The whole Desiree Washington thing. Did you get that far? Yeah.
Yeah.
Stuff
for him, Robin Givens, everything.
Yeah.
He go through everything.
Yeah, he don't hold nothing back too. I mean, the way they pretty much admitted that he raped Desiree Washington. Of course, he kind of denies it, but they showed it. So we don't know. But basically, the former two-time heavyweight legend Mike Tyson had never speculated while knocking out his opponents that one day he'd be sitting in a wheelchair. But this is the unpredictability of life. It is mysterious. But I don't know what the disease is, but he basically shared a clip on social media and poured the intelligence of his conscious mind. But while going through one of the lowest phases in his life, the champ showed he was still a fighter, regardless of what belt he's fighting for. He asserted that he will keep fighting. His shared realization he said, sometimes when it comes to my realization of the situation, I forget that I'm that guy. I forget that I trained that hard to become a fighter and stuff. I had to be scary then. I don't have to be scary anymore. I have to be funny. I'm funny now. That's the number one factor in survival in life is adaptation. He also said, you got to be able to adapt. You have to know who you can be at certain times in your life. No one knows who they are, because if you knew who you were right now, you'd be really limited. Because life is about to change, you will be took then. But he was spotted in a wheelchair, basically, in Miami airport a couple of weeks back. And there's a photo of it, but I can't get it for you. But according to the New York Post, he was dealing with a sciatica flare up in his back. Due to this, his entire lower body along with his back was in pain. The declining health of Tyson has become a storyline. As of now, recently he had an outing for his business, and he was just in the wheelchair. But he's getting old, and boxers, as they get old, sometimes shit creeps up that that life of getting pounded in the head has brought them. But Tyson didn't get a lot of pounds in the head. Tyson didn't get beat up like a lot of boxers do. He won every fight that he was ever in, except when Buster knocked him down, but that was a fluke. And then Evander, but that was way after his prime. But in his prime, he never got fucked up like that.
Not really, Reno. It's what it is, Reno. When you box, people don't realize taking the blows taking the blow. You don't have to get knocked out. You can win every fight.
Oh yeah,
but
just getting hit in the head. Yeah,
right. Just getting hit in the head. I mean, Mike might have threw 107 punches, and the other fighter might have threw 87 punches and landed, 50% of those at 87. That your brain is
he just never went.
Sits.
He just never went
literally
long
Right.
bouts.
I mean, right. But the people he fought were hard hitting. Think about it. He fought Spinks.
Heavyweight.
He fought Holyfield. I mean, he fought Trevor Burbick, Bone Crusher. Those they were monsters, bro.
And you're saying your brain is floating in a sack in your skull.
Yeah, your brain kind of floats in fluid. Right.
You get bruises and damage. Yeah.
Yeah, and your skull is like hard. Your skull is hard. It's spiny. So your brain is just rattling against that, though. That's what Ali. That's what people don't understand it with Ali. People don't understand that with Ali. Ali took so many blows to the head, and he fought so long that the condition that he had, He did it to himself. He should have retired years ago,
Yeah,
man. And that
yeah,
last fight he had with Larry Holmes, he took a pounding, bro.
Yeah,
People
that was
hated
not-
Larry Holmes for that.
Yeah,
They
it
couldn't
was
stand
not
Larry
cool.
Holmes. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that was
another
not.
one Tyson fought. Larry Holmes fought him
Mhm.
too.
Looking like Larry Holmes, flabby and sick, trying to play a hate on mine. So fans gushing over Pierce Brosnan's old ass playing Dr. Fate in Black Adam. So yeah, I guess you know, Black Adam is the next DCEU film bound for theaters, and a lot of stars are in it. You've got obviously Dwayne Johnson, you've got Aldous Hodge as Hawkman, Noah Centino as Atom Smasher, Quintessa Swindle as Cyclone, Sarah Shahal as Adriana Tomaz, and Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate, Kent Nelson. But recently, The Rock shared a new poster of Brosnan in the role, and a new trailer event for the movie featured the cast praising the James Bond album. He is legendary. Wait, who said this? Oh, so the chick, what's her name? Sarah Sahai, who's playing Adriana Tomaz, said he is legendary. Pierce Brosnan is everything you want him to be and more, and would show up to the set, be like, Sarah, he'd go, love, pass the salt, love. She said he threw a big, what holiday was it? Labor, I don't know, 4th of July, what it was, one of those summer holidays. I had my kids with us when we were filming, and he was allowing the three of us little assholes to come up to him, and my twins were putting their hands all through his hair and farting on him and doing things. And Pierce loved it. He was just wonderful. I mean, I'm telling you, I can't say enough good things about the man. He's incredible. Muhammad Amer said he's one of those. It's one of those people you just absolutely look forward to find out that you'll be working with him. The first scene that he started off with the movie, it happened to be a scene together. I was excited. I forgot to look at my sides. And then Hodge said, say it like this. I think Pierce was the last person that I think we all found out about in casting, because I remember getting down to Atlanta, talking to June, and I'm like, all right, so who's Dr. Fate? He's like, we're talking to somebody. All right, cool, but who is it? You trying to run through how many actors, and then finally let us know. They're like, it's Pierce Brosnan. You're like, oh man, he really is just, I mean, salt of the earth, really the best. And the thing is, he was excited about this too, equally excited, if not more excited. So basically goes on like that. The cast, pretty much just, kissing his ass, all that good stuff. So, but yeah, I guess they're really excited, and I guess he's really killing it. So, Dr. Fate, dope character, and yeah, I think he'd be dope. I think he's gonna be great. I can't wait.
Yeah, I can't wait either.
That's a movie I think is really good. Yeah, I'm hoping that movie, sort of restores faith in the DCEU.
We'll see.
It's gonna have to. It's gonna have to,
They need it to. They need it to.
They do. So this is gonna be really interesting. I agree, Norm Rad. There was a moment in the trailer where it was really giving like X-Men, like they were the court or whatever was moving, and then the jet came out. It was given very much X-Jet or whatever it's called. And he was like, we're the Justice Society of America. So yeah. I can see that, definitely.
He could pull off the Xavier role too. But
which one? Now, which Dr. Fate did we get?
Kent.
There's a few. There's
Kent Nelson.
Kent Nelson.
Yeah,
there's a few different ones.
There is.
Yeah. There's several. Yeah.
Yeah, because before Kent Nelson, you had Hector Hall. Hector Hall, and I think then Kent Nelson. And you had what's his name? Khalid. What's his name? Khalid Nassour was next, and there's a couple of different ones, man.
Yeah.
But the helmet is the actual star of the show, the blue.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. He was originally conceived as like a force to fight against the supernatural by Naboo. cosmic being sort of affiliated with the Lords of Order. And yeah, I think you were saying Khalid Nassour was that was his second longest running incarnation, and the grandnephew of Kent Nelson, chosen by an Egyptian deities and archangels. But I think the first was Kent Nelson, so they're starting with the first guy. And
because Naboo is like Dr. Fate is like a puppet for Naboo, and Naboo actually kind of kind of like puts his influence on him, but he can let them do what they want if he wishes to. And Kent Nelson was probably the only one who had a working relationship with Naboo out of all of them. He probably had the best working relationship. I can say, I ain't gonna say, but he probably had the best working relationship, even though it's really one sided. But Kent Nelson probably had, Naboo probably listened to him more than anything, or he could actually bargain with him the most. I could say that. That'd be a better connotation, that he can bargain with Naboo. Naboo would listen, to whatever he had to say and then make a decision. But most of the time, it was still one sided. It was still.
Oh yeah, Naboo. Yeah, he don't play. It's his way or the highway.
It's right, straight up and down. Yeah. That's the first appearance of Dr. Fate. Right there, more fun comments.
It's so weird. The helmet doesn't have eyes in the movie. So weird. I'm gonna have to get used to that. It is
weird. Yeah.
Back in the 80s, they would. In the comics. Back in the 80s, they used to do that. In the 80s, they used to draw the helmet with no eyes. It had no eyes. They also used to draw a shorter one too. There was a shorter helmet, and there was a longer one that he would wear. I think the shorter one he could do like really powerful illusions with, but the longer one was with a real power.
Yeah. But Dr. Fate, man, he's a classic character. He's from the 40s. He's one of the OGs. He helped put together the JSA, the Justice League Society, and been around a long time. But yeah, Naboo takes pity on him and teaches him the skills of a sorcerer before giving him a mystical helmet, right? That's the amulet and the cloak. In 1940, Kent meets Inza Kramer and Wotan in Alexandria, Egypt, on his way back to America. And then after arriving back to the United States, he begins a career fighting crime and supernatural evil as the sorcerer and superhero Dr. Fate, and sets up the base in a tower in Salem, Massachusetts. Co-founds Justice League Society, or Justice Society of America, rather. He switches to the half helmet in 1941 due to Naboo occasionally possessing him through that original helmet. And then he becomes a physician in 1942, later enlists in the Army and serves as a paratrooper during World War II, resigns from the JSA in 1944 and becomes an archaeologist. Returns to fighting crime when the Justice Society reforms, again using the original helmet. Sometime later, he co-founds a new Justice League, and during the 0 Hour Crisis, Kent and Inza merge into Dr. Fate. So, and then Extant uses his time-based powers to undo the magic that had kept the JSA young. Because that's another, so like that's how they keep them young. Because this is all from like the 40s, and I wonder if this is going to be the 1940s version, and then somehow he's still here or what.
Yeah, but if you notice, Reno, he has a lot of similarities to Doctor Strange.
Sure does.
Yeah. Well, they fought a couple times. Doctor Strange
like
whooped him but it was in a Marvel comic. But yeah,
yeah, just like Doctor Strange has the Eye of Agamotto, he has the Eye of Anubis. He has his cloak.
The amulet.
Dr. Fate has his cloak.
Yeah.
They definitely bit off out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did a lot. They do.
Yeah, with the name Doctor.
Dr. Fate, Doctor Strange.
Dr. Strange, yeah.
Mystic arts of magic, both of them perform magic.
Yeah. Yeah, they're definitely counterparts. Definitely counterparts. But yeah, and I mean, Strange didn't come out for like 20 years later.
Did he? Was it that long?
Dang.
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
That's a huge fight. Good Lord.
Big time. Yeah, because Dr. Fate came out in the 40s. Doctor Strange came out in the 60s, like 1963. Strange Tales number 110.
God.
So yeah,
big bites.
Big bite. Big bite. And cannot again, I know it's DC Power Hour, but we're mainly talking this. What you call it?
It's a lot to get through with D23, so
yeah,
you know.
D23. And it's true, Moto. It is true.
Yeah, it is true.
Yeah, it's very true.
Looks like from that photo, it's pretty real.
Yeah, this is a screenshot of someone filming the screen at the D23. So that's what they posted up there, and you see Cavill, Victor Von Doom, bottom right corner, Boyega up there is Johnny Storm, Krasinski's Reed Richards, Seth Rogen is Ben Grimm. I don't know who Jodie Comer is, but she's playing Sue Storm. I think I recognize her. And then Matt Shakeman is the director. But what I was going to say
hopefully
is,
it's just better than the last Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Oh,
this
is our Thunderbolts. Yes, this is our Thunderbolts cast. Officially. Yeah, and it's basically the Falcon and Winter Soldier crew and the Black Widow movie crew, and then Ghost, I think, from Ant-Man, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
This is such an odd pairing. I really don't
Who's
understand.
Who's that on the end next to Ghost?
That's the lady who put it all together, Allegra Fontaine, whatever her name is.
Oh, the chick. Yeah. So who the hell? Okay.
Yeah. So where's Red Hulk?
Where is Zemo? Why is Winter Soldier there? Why is Winter Soldier there? He's the one person where it literally doesn't make sense for him to be there. Like, you did his whole arc in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. He made his amends. He's literally a better person now. He's a good guy now. There's no way he would just be a part of the Thunderbolts. It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, a lot of this is weird.
Like, I don't get it.
Yeah. It's not the casting that's weird. It's the characters that they're picking.
It's the characters.
Yeah.
I wonder who picks the characters. Like, I wonder who picked the lineup. Like, who said, this is the lineup we're gonna have for Thunderbolts. I guess the fans. I guess the fans.
I'm guessing they chose this lineup. They chose this lineup back when these characters before they appeared, right?
Yeah, it had to be like.
They knew
right after Black Widow. They knew what was gonna happen.
Is that Red Guardian?
Yeah, it's Red Guardian.
Yeah. And I'm guessing that's what I was gonna say. I hope they're not replacing Red Hulk with Red Guardian, because damn.
That's what it seems like. We thought that they were gonna put what's his name? A-Bomb or somebody in there. I don't know.
It's just so odd. I don't get it. I don't get. The only one I'm not surprised with is Yelena, because she has to be the header, like, of course, but
and I think maybe that's why I saw that they did it, because a lot of people was like, we heard from Helena, they liked the character, and then it was just crickets, and so I guess they just like, this is our way of bringing her back, giving her some spotlight. All of those characters.
That's the same way with Zemo, honestly, and the US Agent.
I think they were like, "Oh, we bought US Agent in, we bought a Red Guardian. You seen a little, but not enough." Because every character in there is somebody we've seen that much of, but not enough. And I think that's why they're doing it.
This lineup, I could see if maybe after the initial crew. All right, this is the second incarnation or group or whatever. Then I could understand, but still be weirded out. But the fact that this is the first group, like, it's just so bizarre. Like, why is
I thought Taskmaster died. Like,
no,
well, at least he was in the original Thunderbolt. I mean, at least he's a Thunderbolt from the comics.
I mean,
the Taskmaster from Black Widow, she is no longer under like the mind control, right? So why would she even be doing this?
Well,
she's fine now.
I think that's why, because these are bad guys who are now kind of good, like US Agent and all that, and even Winter Soldier and Red whatever. They're kind of like, they're not they're bad guys, near duels or whatever, you know, that are sort of good now. But and Marvel, you know, they're doing their all-stars ensemble from their shows, you know, like they did with Avengers, Guardians of the Galaxy, Eternals, and Thunderbolts are a nice twisted little turn on that tradition. But you know, again, it's not made of heroes; it's made of the sort of bad guys from the darker corners and lesser knowns, and
It's the Marvel Universe version of Suicide Squad.
basically. And then Florence Pugh, Yelena Belova, right? Black Widow 2 wasn't there in person, but is confirmed for the film. And then a cast photo before the panel revealed that Wyatt Russell, Hannah John Kamen in Red Guardian, and Julia Louis-Dreyfus, because she's the Valentina Allegra de Fontaine, are all part of the Thunderbolts, and so is Sebastian Stan's Winter Soldier. But this is concept art, you know, putting Taskmaster up there. Jake Shearer from Paper Towns is confirmed to do the directing, and Eric Pearson from Black Widow is confirmed to be the writer. So this is a Black Widow.
I'm so excited. What a marvelously well-written film, Black Widow.
Yeah, I know, right? Let's bring that guy back.
Hell yeah.
Speaking of bringing the
you know why they're doing it, y'all? Because Black Widow got such an unfair handshake because of the pandemic. And it was just a big controversy. But that was Disney's fault. Because they should have just let the film out. We were sitting at home, we had nothing to do. Release it on Disney Plus. It would have been the most streamed movie in one night in the history of streams. Because everybody wanted to see it in theaters, which we couldn't because of COVID.
Yeah.
If Disney,
everybody
Hollywood's
streamed it.
Right. Like I said, Hollywood's not that smart. Like this whole month, right? Disney's like, okay, we're doing D23. You can get Disney for $2.99 a month. Okay, you could just, all right, we're in the height of COVID. We're going to move D23 up a little early. Give you $2.99, $1.99 a month for Disney. Oh, and by the way, we'll give you Black Widow. Bruh, that would have been the most streamed show ever. Everybody would have sat there and watched that. Yeah. And we wanted it. And they didn't release it until it could go to theaters. When they went to theaters, nobody wanted to go. Nobody still could go.
And then they said, let's release it on Disney Plus now, after we've already written the contract for Scarlett Johansson, stating her money's going to come from the theater stuff. Like, you screwed her. Like,
right. And she sued him for it, which she should have. Well, she should have. And they tried to make her seem like the bad guy for doing it. But, I mean, come on, man. Just release it, Disney.
Messing with a paycheck. That's ridiculous.
Right, yeah. Like, I don't Hollywood, man. I just don't get them, Reno. Sada, I don't get them. I just don't get them sometimes.
And it's a shame because, you know, Thunderbolts is a great team, is a great story. In Marvel comic book, you know, history, it was a series that started off, you know, selling fans on the idea of a new 1990s superhero squad that maybe wasn't the most squeaky clean Boy Scout superheroes, only to pull, you know, the surprise twist that it was actually a team of villains posing as heroes, which was dope. And over the years, that concept evolved into everything from villains posing as heroes to villains trying to find redemption as heroes. A team of heroes, villains, and anti-heroes conscripted into government service, and even an expendable squad of low-rent villains forced on a suicide mission by Kingpin. Sound familiar? Suicide Squad for Marvel. And they Marvel just relaunched the comic this year, with the latest premise being that the Thunderbolts serving as the only government-sanctioned superhero team operating, with Hawkeye leading an eclectic team that is both an Avengers-style hero squad and public relations campaign. But the MCU Thunderbolts will mark the end of Phase 5. Thank God. Finally. Before
That's funny that they're marking the end of Phase 5. That's hilarious.
Before Phase 6 kicks off with Marvel's Fantastic Four reboot. So hopefully this is a good start to a new phase. But given everything we've seen in Phase 5 leading up to it, Thunderbolts seems like it could mark the end of Phase 5 with a new world order, you know, Captain America 4 type thing of villains at the forefront and the heroes, you know, on their back heels. But in that sense, this Thunderbolts movie seems like it could be a nice blend of several iterations of the comics. So hopefully it's, you know, done well. And they but if they would have just went straight out of the comics, they would have been fine. And we say this all the time, but they just seem to never.
It's just no reason for them to veer so far from the.
The only
knew they were going to do this, but you know,
the only sense it makes why they do that is because they want the pat on the back of being the creative that created this new thing. Because if they do the movie and it's based on the comic and it comes out and it's a big success, they got to give credit to the ones that wrote the comics.
Yeah.
You see, that's why they put their spin on shit, because they want to say I made it.
They say, screw you. Oh God.
And I agree, Nornrad. I'm not watching it. If Red Hulk is not in the trailer or something, let me know that he's there.
Him and Zemo need to be there. If they're not, I'm already not interested, but I'll be checked out for real. Because no. No.
I mean, most of these things I watch anyway. I still haven't finished Eternals. Like,
I love that.
I haven't finished Love and Thunder either. Speaking of Love and Thunder, I just saw a funny ass thing on Instagram. It was a little clip of Chris Hemsworth saying he was sitting next to Taika and he said the story was sacrificed for jokes. And above that, there's a caption of him of a quote from Chris Hemsworth saying, "It was a comedy, guys. You just didn't get it." And then it shows him actually saying the story was sacrificed for jokes. Fucking hilarious. Because, he actually said that sitting next to Taika Waititi, and then Taika said something like he kind of like tried to correct it or like be like, but no, the story's still there. Some shit. It was funny. It was really funny. And I don't know when that took place. Yeah, but they know people hate that movie. Like they, you know, and I say that because it seems like so many of these projects that get hated, it seems like the people creating are just oblivious to the fact that no one likes it. Talking about how great it is, blah blah blah, and in interviews or promotions or whatever. It's like, do you realize everyone has shitted on this movie? No one likes it, but this one they're really paying attention, and that's a great thing, man. I'm glad. Like, pay attention. I told you it sucked, and you know they're listening because even Taika Waititi said, "I'm done. I'm not coming back to the MCU. You guys don't get my style of humor," or whatever it was. He said something to the effect of, "I don't know what else to do," or something like that. So he's out.
That's good. Cool. He can hang it up. Try
bro. You did your. Yeah, I mean, you know, you did Ragnarok, which was a cool thing, and you should have just left it at that, or tried to be a little more, you know, serious. But yeah, sacrificing story for jokes was a big fucking mistake. Stop. Don't do that. Don't do that anymore. And I hope that this is the start of more serious MCU movies and projects. Because, like I said, since they did Guardians and it was a hit, everything has been a comedy since. And I hope that they finally realize that, okay, stop doing that. Like, now give us real movies.
Everything isn't for everybody. Yeah, it isn't for everyone. Yeah. Guardians and Ant-Man is like a break from, you know, the more.
Right, that's nice.
You're right. It didn't seem like a Thor movie. You're right. It's just
Guardians was a nice. Yeah, it was a little break. It was a little step outside of the seriousness of Iron Man and things like that, and that was great. I loved it. No,
that and Ant-Man were the big breaks, and I felt like for that they worked well.
And they did it just right. They didn't overdo it. They had just the right amount of comedy, still a really great story and really great drama. I remember part 2. I was fucking crying when Yondu was like the whole thing about him being his dad and all that. I was like,
yeah, that was good.
Why y'all doing this?
I know, bro. Like, that shit was real fucking deep. But
yeah, I remember he kept saying, he said, "Boy, they wanted to eat you. I saved your life. I saved your life." Well, they never had Terran before.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, man, that was great. That was great. They did the thing with Kurt Russell. I mean, I can never praise Guardians enough. That's my favorite MCU shit because it doesn't take itself seriously, but it also doesn't do like the Taika Waititi and just completely make an ass of itself either.
Yeah, completely make it. Yeah, they had Sly was in it. When I seen Sly, I was like,
That was dope, Lito's way.
Yeah, that was it.
He said,
Mary Poppins, y'all.
Mary Poppins, y'all. He says, is he cool? Well, hell yeah, he's cool. I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
Instant meme gold, instant iconic line.
Yes.
Because even you know where they got it. You know where they messed up. You know, when they introduced Guardians of the Galaxy and Endgame, you know they still did their Guardians of the Galaxy thing. Blade is always gonna be, especially Blade 2.
Yeah, I prefer Dark. Dark is my favorite.
Blade,
First, I like Dark.
Blade,
like
fingers crossed
Blade
for Blade
2.
in the MCU.
Yeah,
and Blade
Guardians,
2.
it's always a surprise to me that Guardians is my favorite because I'm not usually into like the more funny stuff, and I am always I always do like the darker shit.
They have a nice balance.
But see, we know when we saw Endgame, right? And they mixed Guardians in. Guardians were still Guardians. Yeah, they were still Guardians.
Yeah.
And then you had Endgame was like it was the serious tone of a Marvel movie, but then they threw Guardians in there, and I guess somebody was like, "Oh yeah, it's working. Look, so we can actually kind of do it with the other characters." And when they had Thor interacting with the Guardians, it worked because Thor was still Thor, and Guardians was Guardians. You know, like when they was like, "What do you guys do?" It's like we take names, and we kick names and take ass. You know what I mean? Like everything they did was just Guardians. Like the way they argue with each other, and they were arguing with everybody else. That is what makes Guardians, man. The way they argue with each other, but it's still serious.
The banter,
Yeah, they blended so seamlessly in Infinity War, and it's like they interact with the other characters around them, and you can see that stark difference with how they interact with one another and how Tony and Peter are reacting. Like, what the hell is going on? Like, all of that. They're not all acting the same way, and now it's like
that's true.
Where everybody's acting the same way. Everybody's snarky. Everybody has a little one-liner.
Yeah, it was a little snappy comeback, a little one-liner.
Yeah,
a little
it's
quick.
like, come on,
that's
bro.
just Guardians, man.
Yeah. Leave that shit to Star-Lord and Deadpool. You know, Thor was a fish out of water guy. That's what was funny about him, because he was like a country mouse in the city kind of vibe. But he wasn't dumb. He wasn't a buffoon. He was just, you know, throw the coffee cup, another. It was just funny because he's out of water. But
you're right. Yeah, you're right. He's like a fish out of water. You're right.
Goofball, but
and I think that's why projects. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Stu.
Yeah. No, go ahead. No, you can say.
Oh no,
I just think.
Go, Stu, you go.
He's like, go ahead. I just think that.
I can go. Okay.
Well, sometimes I think that you know when they do.
Stu.
I got you. He's on mute.
No, I'm saying I think that's why the newer Phase 4 projects. I think that's why the reception is not the best. On top of other things, I think it's just because it's been so much they have something like She-Hulk, which is very heavy on comedy, and I just think it boiled over for some people, and that might be part of the reason why some people just aren't receptive at all to that, or you know, for comedic stuff going forward. It was just too much. I think it's just bleeding into the new project, which kind of sucks, but yeah.
So bad.
Okay, Stu, you go.
Yes, Stu.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. What was your favorite Marvel phase?
Yes, do tell.
What was your favorite Marvel phase?
What's your favorite, Stu?
On this episode of DC Power Hour?
I know,
right? What? Also, remember this guy? He's back. Yeah. Warwick Davis is back for a new Willow movie, and they just
I heard.
They gave us the trailer, so we got a trailer. During the Lucasfilm presentation, actor Warwick Davis was on hand there, and he presented the trailer for Willow coming to Disney Plus, which is pretty cool. And he reprises his role, of course, as Willow Ufgood from the 1988 film. And then joining him are new ensemble faces, people we don't know, names we don't really know. Obviously, Val Kilmer will not be, you know, Mad Mardigan, which sucks, but, you know, that's just a whole fucking thing where, you know, sad for Val Kilmer.
His voice and all that. Yeah.
But I guess they've replaced him with Christian Slater. which is an equally cool actor and could easily pull this off. He did really good in that what was that Robin Hood movie with Kevin Costner back in the day. So I can see Slater playing Mad Mardigan. Oh, okay, no, my bad. He's not playing Mad Mardigan. He's playing a friend of Mad Mardigan, a friend of Val Kilmer's Mad Mardigan. So cool, they're not recast. Okay, he's gonna play a friend of Mad Mardigan. Mad Mardigan himself won't be on the show, at least not until the second season, by the sound of things. But Christian Slater's character will allow his presence to be felt. So, and Davis said about Christian Slater, he has such a lot of energy. Can't wait until you see him. He was dope in Mr. Robot. I don't know if y'all watched Mr. Robot. I thought that was a fucking great fucking show.
Yeah, it was.
Mr. Robot
It really was. Yeah, Mr. Robot was good.
Oh yeah. So this is their
Willow
new.
was good.
Oh yeah, Willow was cool, dude. Willow was a cool movie, man. When you were a little kid, Willow was the shit. It was great special effects, cool characters, all that good stuff. Let me see if I got a. Yeah, so this is like the poster of the movie, which is pretty cool looking. The next great adventure begins.
Now, is it going to be a series or a movie?
No, this is a show. This is a show.
Yeah, it's a show. Okay.
Yeah. This is a show. This is a show, and here's the official trailer. Check it out.
You think you know what is real and what isn't. What is light? What is dark? Now, forget all you know. Come with me. Willow.
We're looking for the sorcerer Willow. I was told that once long ago you defeated the forces of evil.
You remind me of your mother.
My dear friend, I thought I could prevent all this. I was wrong.
My brother was abducted. The world needs you again. It needs your magic.
Follow me. We must go beyond the edge of our world, into the unknown.
Willow!
I need your help.
Just like old times. What? Running. Horses. Mayhem. Mayhem. Happy to see it.
Our true enemy is still out there, rallying the forces of evil. And the only thing standing in its path is us.
I'm going to enjoy this.
If you're thinking what I'm thinking, so am I.
I doubt that very much. Take him to my tent and make sure he's tied up.
I don't know. See, that kind of sounds like we're on the same page.
When I was a kid, I used to play at being a sorcerer. Visiting strange worlds, fighting monsters. Never thought I'd actually really do it.
What the hell is that?
Trolls. I'm so miffed.
We have to hurry.
How will you defeat us?
Same as last time. With my friends.
Yeah, that looks good, huh?
I think the trailer makes it look good, but I don't
think it'll be good.
It's gonna be. I don't.
Ooh.
I don't think it's gonna look that. I don't think it's gonna be that good. I don't think it's gonna. It might not totally suck. It might have some cool nostalgia. But what I look at in the trailers is I try to drown out the music and try to separate the quick flashes to different scenes and take out the dark shit and just look at the scenes of the actors, the young kids acting in the woods, and it looks really CW. It looks kind of cheap, but hopefully I'm reading it wrong, man, because it could be cool. It's got a lot of potential.
Funny enough, the actress, she's the one who was in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That was Carly, and then the other guy who I recognize, he was in the Spider-Man films as Flash. So we'll see.
And the one lady was from the original Willow movie. I mean, don't get
Yeah,
me
she
wrong.
was. Yeah.
The trailer looked dope, and yeah, that's the lady from the original. The trailer looks dope. It's just that I'm not I'm not convinced by the trailer. Like the trailer didn't convince me yet. I have to see more. Because I just know how these trailers have been fooling motherfuckers lately.
Disney is good.
Boy, 'cause that Obi-Wan show looked really dope. I couldn't wait.
Yes, it
I was
did.
like, this shit looks cinematic and all that, and we come out and get one of the cheapest looking trash shows that they've ever done. So you never fucking know, you know. And then Miss Marvel looked like shit, and it turned out to be one of the better, you know, made shows that they did. So you can't tell, man. You can't tell. But Willow, it's Willow, dude. So it's gonna get, you know, it's gonna get a lot of props. Norman Rad said you need to add Rings of Power to Power Hour. Yeah, it was just too much. It's just too much. So we're gonna do Rings of Power on Mondays. That way we can talk about the new, you know, episode. I think that when is the episode? New episodes come out on Fridays, don't they?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Because I just watched the new episode last night. So yeah.
So maybe you would add it. Maybe not this Power Hour because there's a lot happening. But
No, yeah, it was D23. It was just too much. But we might do Rings of Power on DC Power Hour. We might just do a Monday. Don't know yet.
We had to do D23. We had to.
Yeah, no, we had to cover all this stuff. It was just
we had to cover it. Yeah, it's just a lot, man.
We
want to keep you guys. We want to keep you followers, and we want to keep all our subscribers up on the know. We don't want you guys.
You know, the leader is coming back. The leader.
I hope so.
No, he is coming back in the Captain America film as the main antagonist.
Great.
Same actor too.
I was looking forward to that, bro. Like I was like, damn. I was like, what happened to the leader? Yeah, like I was really looking forward to that.
You got the link in your email.
Yeah, I was like, but I just don't know how he's gonna fit in a Captain America film.
Yeah, I'll text it to you.
He's coming back, and it's not going to be with the Hulk. It's just very strange, but maybe he'll fit.
Yeah, I'll email it to your Gmail. All right.
Yeah, hopefully he does. Hopefully he fits in. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dex wants to come on in, and I told him, man, I just emailed your email. Let me email him this link.
And
fellas, I gotta roll out. People, I
you gotta
like crime. Yeah.
Oh. Even on Saturdays.
Even on Saturdays. Yeah, just about. But somebody's got to do it.
That's true.
Yeah, someone has to do it.
Someone's got to do it. But I'll catch you guys Monday.
All right.
It's been a great show. DC Power Hour is great. And I'm just blown away. I'm just blown away by that Mandalorian that trailer, man. That trailer was good. That was a good trailer.
It does, bro. That's I'm definitely most excited for that.
Oof.
Everything, man.
Let me go, man, because I'll be here. I'll be late for work talking about the Mandalorian. Catch you guys Monday. Peace.
Right,
peace out. Peace out, Slade, Norin, Rad, everybody else in the chat. Catch you guys Monday. Sada.
All right,
you know,
be safe.
All right. Peace.
But yeah, so we are gonna wait here for a second here. Dexter pop in. Yep, and then we can chop up these coast controversies.
I agree, Norm. The Werewolf by Night trailer. That was I'd never heard of that, so I was very intrigued. And they showed man.
What did he say? Werewolf by Night trailer was interesting.
I thought it was very interesting. It got me intrigued. So
it was
black and white, the horror. Yes.
Really? Because did that just come out at this D23?
Yeah. They released the trailer for that and Secret Invasion. I think those are the only two that we haven't covered.
Well, we're about to cover them. I did not know. Yeah, again, this just came 4 or 5 hours ago.
Yeah, it's been a lot of content.
Yeah, no, we already just went through 4 trailers. We just watched. And then, all right, so let me grab this one, Werewolf by Night, because I haven't seen it. And then you said, what was the other one? What was the other one?
Oh, the other one was Secret Invasion. So it was Werewolf by Night and Secret Invasion.
All right.
Yeah, those were the only two. And then the rest of the trailers they had were like video game related and or mobile game related. Oh, you got to squint? Oh, Norin, I don't know. My squinting game is not up there. Ooh, but if Man-Thing is really going to be there, that is very intriguing.
Where's Man-Thing?
Apparently, he's in the trailer for Werewolf by Night, but it was very quick. He said you have to squint to see it.
Okay.
I'm like, whoa. 100%.
All right, here we go. Getting them up. Getting them on here. Getting them on here. Dex in the building. What up, Dex?
What's up, everybody?
Whoa! Reveal! Oh my
Big
god!
reveal. Hey. We I'm trying to get these damn trailers up here. We just watched we watched 5 trailers already. God damn. All right.
They released a lot.
What for?
The
I seen
Expo.
I seen the thing say that Cavill is Doom. Is that correct?
I think that's correct. I think it's true based on the photo.
This was the D23 Expo presentation. This was their big screen, and someone just took a snapshot of the screen, and there it is. Henry Cavill as Victor Von Doom, John Boyega,
They have not said
Johnny
anything.
Storm, John Krasinski is Reed Richards, Seth Rogen is Ben Grimm, and no, this is all common knowledge. If you're at D23 Expo, they showed it.
Yeah, I know, but public knowledge it's not yet because they haven't said anything. So yeah.
But isn't D23 the public knowledge? Isn't that them?
Well, I don't. I mean, because I haven't seen anything on it on like Instagram or anything, like on the Rotten Tomatoes page, which is where they usually have the official stuff. So I think
I'm
it's
seeing
not
lots of articles and shit.
Yeah,
I'm seeing lots of articles.
Maybe they're just late to the game.
Yeah.
Public.
Yeah, it's all they probably aren't used to. All right, well,
they've been trying to keep that under wraps for a while. That may be it too.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
Casting.
And what you said toward the end, middle. Okay. All right. Let's watch this thing. Here we go. Werewolf by Night. This is the official trailer. Run it.
This Halloween, you can't escape the shock, the terror of Werewolf by Night.
Tonight, it is every hunter for themselves.
Good luck. I'll be rotting for you.
But one of you is a monster, masquerading as one of our own. I can't wait to find out what breed of evil you are. You'll wanna see this, darling.
Please don't do this. Death is coming for you!
Werewolf by Night.
That's very interesting. That is very interesting. That is, yeah. And y'all know Werewolf by Night is the comic in which Moon Knight debuted. So that's the comic that Moon Knight is from.
Oh.
And I did see Man-Thing in there real quick, and I wouldn't have seen it if Norin hadn't told me to watch for it. They flashed him. So yeah, they barely showed him. Yeah, Elsa Bloodstone, I'm thinking too. That's what I thought too, Norin Rad, Elsa Bloodstone. Dex, you didn't play Ultimate Alliance 3. She was in that shit. She's a dope character. Elsa Bloodstone. Nah, Elsa Bloodstone.
Oh.
It's a blonde lady with like a shotgun, but she's from the comics, but they put her in part 3. But yeah, that might be who she is. Like I said, Werewolf by Night. Let me see if there's a thing for it. But no, that's where Moon Knight is from.
Yeah,
So,
I seen no, but who's Man-Thing though?
He looks like Swamp Thing, but he's Marvel's version of Swamp Thing that actually Swamp Thing was bitten off of.
Oh, okay.
Swamp Thing was copying Man-Thing, but obviously blew up, you know, because of the movie and stuff. So Swamp Thing is more known than Man-Thing now, but yeah.
But back to can Cavill even act?
I would say yes.
I've only seen Superman.
So. Oh yeah, I've seen him in other stuff. Yeah, he can act.
Yeah,
he can act.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he played a villain. He played a villain before in what did he play a villain in? Mission Impossible. So he played a bad guy in Mission Impossible. He did great. So, but Doom, man, Doom is like fucking so iconic. Such a big character, man. I'm worried, but and another thing is I don't want them to kill Doom off in this movie. Like if they do beat him or defeat him, he should still definitely come back, which maybe is why they picked a big actor like Cavill to play him, because maybe he'll be coming back again after the movie.
Yeah.
Which if they're doing it right, that's what they will do. Because Doom should not be killed in one movie. That's stupid.
I don't think they're gonna do that.
Nah.
Yeah, no. That would be a bit ridiculous.
They can do a lot. They can do a lot with Doom.
Fuck yeah, dude. Doom should be the big bad behind them all at one point. But here goes the Secret Invasion trailer. So let's check this out real quick.
For years, you've been avoiding Earth. But I have called for your help plenty of other times, and you've been pretty content to let those calls go straight to voicemail.
Yeah, well, this is different. How much do you know about your security detail?
What do you mean, how much do I know about him?
Fury, we gotta be very careful now.
You're in no shape for this fight that lies before us.
This is just the beginning.
This is my war alone. And I'm the last person standing between them and what they really want. And what is that?
That shit's gonna be dope.
Yeah, finally.
That's clearly not a comedy. So Marvel's definitely giving us some more serious movies again. That I'm happy about. So that's gonna be sick. That's gonna be sick.
Yeah, finally, finally doing something with Fury.
Yeah, Fury, I know. And I was worried about the Secret Invasion movie because they were making the whole Skrulls thing. They were acting so silly, and I thought it was gonna end up being some goofy ass comedy. So I'm hoping that this tone of the trailer is really the tone of the movie, because you know how they will fucking trick your ass.
Oh yeah. Whew. That's why I was
They'll make
worried
you think
too, because like Captain Marvel made the Skrulls out to be very likable and nice, And I'm like, well, how are we going to go from that to what we have in Secret Invasion? Like, how are you going to do that? So I'm interested to see how that plays out.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Yeah, and yeah, because this, could go a lot of ways. That will have the implications in future for sure. In the future, yeah, man. I love the actor too. The one that's playing the lead Skrull. He was in Rogue One also. But yeah, he's dope. He's dope.
I'm still stuck on Cavill. As, I don't know if he can act good enough because I know they're not gonna one-off him. He's gonna have to be here for a while.
Yeah,
he
can definitely.
Superman. He's got to be done with Superman, right?
He's still
at this
shooting
point,
little cameos and shit. I mean, yeah, they don't have any like major projects lined up for him, but he's currently doing reshoots and little cameos.
That's why I say screw it. Come over to Marvel. Whatever. WB wants to waste your time. Just come over. It's fine. Whatever.
Yeah, because I don't even know what was ever the question of him playing Superman, of him coming back. Like, when was he not going to be Superman again? When did that even happen? I thought he was just going to be Superman.
He decided to just not give him a sequel.
Will Marvel mess with you if you still with DC?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Some actors have done it. They've done Idris. He's done that, right?
Yeah,
because he's
they're not.
So
they're not like being like, oh, you fuck with DC, you can't.
Oh yeah. With on I didn't see part 2, but
Heimdall. He was Heimdall and then Bloodsport, I think, whatever his name. Yeah.
I didn't even know who Bloodsport was.
I don't either.
He's a Suicide Squad dude, but that's pretty much all that he does.
Cavill got my vote as Superman. He better not mess Doom up, like seriously.
That's all you got.
For real.
And not mess that up.
Yeah, he killed Superman. Like he that was dope. Like he killed it. Like, I'm not even a Superman fan, and I love that movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, if he brings that same, that same quality, then we're good. We're all good. Black Adam's Justice Society makes the DCEU timeline confusing because probably the most interesting part that has been teased about the DCU's Black Adam film is its inclusion of the Justice Society of America. But their existence within the DCEU raises a lot of questions. As the trailers have depicted, Black Adam is a true force to be reckoned with. Like, so much of it is not. It's not much of a surprise that it would, take the combined might of other heroes to take him down. I mean, it's gonna actually take a team to handle this dude. But fascinatingly enough, rather than using members of the more well-known Justice League, the developers instead decided to use the more obscure Justice Society. While this choice is indeed intriguing, there are several aspects about the Justice Society that could definitely cause confusion, within the continuity of the DCEU, because, as we see in the trailer, the Black Adam trailer, Justice Society consists of Dr. Fate, Hawkman, Cyclone, and Atom Smasher. And to someone who's not a fan of comic books, these people would probably be totally, not be recognized. But, as they're not as inherently popular, compared to the likes of Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. But which is why I'm glad they're going with these characters, finally giving us some more of DC's roster, because there's such a big roster that they've never touched. A major reason as to why is because the Justice Society as a whole was introduced during the golden age of comics, like during the 1930s to the 50s, when comics, were very popular and the concept of the superhero was first created. And there's quite a few classic heroes that have joined their ranks, with several of them being original predecessors of well-known characters like Jay Garrick's Flash and Alan Grant's Green Lantern. But essentially, the Justice Society's been around for, you know, so long, and the team existed long before, you know, the Justice League made its debut in 1960, which is a fact that is quite baffling now that the team has been brought into the DCEU, because the entire story of Black Adam is revealed to be taking place in the modern day, right? It's taking place now in 2022, you know, to be more precise. And yeah.
I thought it was.
I mean, look at the cars in the trailer and stuff. You can tell it takes place now, and during this time, the Justice League has been formed, right? And this is, you know, currently active within the universe, right? So, if the Justice League team is technically a successor of the Justice Society, but they're kind of coming out in the wrong order. So, like I said, if you're not into the comics or whatever, it's not going to bother you, but if you're trying to line the shit, you know, the continuity up,
yeah, it's gonna be flustered. It's gonna be kind of annoying. I don't know why they do that, I don't know why they keep tossing continuity out of the window. It just makes for a really shabby movie. You know, I don't know why they do that.
Yeah.
Like Taika Waititi is like the most famous for he don't care nothing about your continuity. He'll change the way the character is. He'll add new powers off panel, which is the biggest sin ever.
Right.
Lito's Way is funny. He said DCEU had a timeline. I don't know Lito's Way. I really don't know if they did. I don't know if they ever had like a stable timeline.
Yeah.
No, this is like
not really. not really. And yeah, it doesn't really like mess up the current DCU timeline that's so well constructed, but it messes up continuity of the comics versus what's going on in the movies. And so if they tried to create a timeline, it'd be all fucked up.
Well, I think they could easily just say that, you know, in the comics, it was the other way around. This time in the DCU, they were a result of the Justice League. But I thought, from what I've seen, maybe I was looking at the wrong trailer or looking at it wrong. But from what I've seen, I thought it was taken back. It was taking place back in the same time that like Sean Connery's League of Extraordinary Gentlemen was taken.
No, it's modern time. But we can run the trailer real quick here.
Not the one that we just seen. The first one that I seen, the first trailer that they showed for it, it seemed like it was back in that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now there might be flashbacks. They might be doing flashbacks to that time because, you know, with Dr. Fate, they could definitely be doing that. That's not.
I don't know. It's very confusing when exactly this film takes place.
Yeah, let me
like
trying to find the damn trailer. Trying to find the fucking trailer, but we can always Google it. Because I definitely want to make sure we have our facts straight. So let's see. Black Adam.
Norm Rad said mostly modern time, but a lot of flashbacks. Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot of flashbacks. I'm trying to find the trailer, but I can't find the trailer. It's somewhere in my thing. But no, it's what you guys definitely saw was definitely flashbacks. You know, I mean, they go back to ancient Egypt, so they go way back to different times. So, you know, like all of Black Adam's origin is ancient Egypt. So yeah, there's definitely flashbacks and time jumps and all that good shit. There could be a solution though to this, you know, situation. And you know, but it's important to consider the upcoming, you know, Flash film as, you know, whose plot could hold the key to fixing this issue. Obviously, you know, the Flash has been teased in the past to feature, you know, the ever popular comic story of Flashpoint, which features a tale about the Flash deliberately changing the outcome of past events and returning to the alternate future result, you know. And so the story of the Flash will inevitably introduce the concept of the multiverse into the DCEU, which could be, you know, their way of giving the Justice Society a better chance of existing without further altering the current chronology, you know, going too far off. In the age before many major DC comic book events like, Crisis on the Infinite Earths and Infinite Crisis and DC Rebirth, Justice Society were once moved from the original timeline from Earth 1 to an alternate dimension known as Earth 2. And it was there, that they reigned, as the resident superhero team, while the Justice League handled Earth 1. So if the multiverse is confirmed to be added into the equation, and then the entire timeline could be saved by doing one simple thing, and that's having Black Adam be set on a DCU version of Earth 2. So that's probably the only way that they could do it and still be, fitting with the real comic continuity and stuff like that. But of course, they can do whatever they want. They could say it whenever they want.
They need to do it right.
But if they do it right,
agreed. Just do it right.
They need to do it right.
One act.
If they do it right, it should be on Earth 2. As in a different version from the Batman 2022's confirmed Earth 2. Because the Batman, the Mike Reeves is Earth 2. So based on the content and plots from other films, mainly Shazam, the execution of this, is sadly impossible to perform without further compromising the continuity. But just like the MCU brought the multiverse, yes, it's some brain hurting shit. Because just like the MCU, when they brought the multiverse into the MCU, it basically gave them the license to retcon and do whatever they want and say whatever they want happened however they fucking want it to happen. That's basically what the multiverse did for the comics. That's what it's doing for the movies. So,
but it's really, really obvious with the movies.
Yeah,
that's true. I'm like, Lord have mercy. Y'all do it a lot.
We just and I knew they were gonna use it to just do crazy stuff like kill off Illuminati teams and it mean nothing.
Basically, we did get our first look at the villain of Hawkman, who is called Sabak. Let me see. Yeah, he's pretty. He fucking looks dope. Hold on.
Let's see it.
Yeah. Wait. So there is a new Black Adam trailer. So why? Is this the one we saw? Nope. Hold on. We need to watch this trailer. Wait a minute. There is a new one.
Yeah, the second one was released yesterday. Yeah, the final one, sorry, was released yesterday.
Yeah. Dude, like I said, man, I had 5 of the trailers down. So I guess there was still
the scene I was referencing when the plane comes out of the not basketball court, but the courtyard or whatever, so it's similar to X-Men. Oh, okay.
Right. Yeah, doing their X-Men thing.
I think they the first ones to do that since X-Men did that.
Yeah, you're right. Because I looked at that, I was like, wow, it's been a long time since I've seen that.
It is. DC and Marvel bite right off each other and nobody says nothing about it no more. It's just whatever.
Yeah. It's kind of accepted now.
We here. Whatever.
Yeah. I fuck with both anyway, so.
I don't know who came first, Wade or Slade. I think Slade came first.
Yeah. Deadpool was bitten off Slade.
Yeah, I think Slade came first.
You did. All right, let me see. Get that up there. All right, cool. We got it. We got the Black Panther, the Black Adam trailer. Where is it? There it is. All right, it's gonna take a minute to upload, but the new trailer, we get to see Sabak, which is one of the film's antagonists, and it has a long history with Black Adam and Shazam and the rest of the Fawcett line. He first appeared in 1943. Created by Otto Binder and Al Carreno as an enemy of Captain Marvel Jr., Freddie Freeman from Shazam. And like Black Adam and IBAC, Sabak is essentially a twisted reflection of the Marvel family, right? The Shazam family. Unlike Black Adam, who draws his powers from the same source as Billy and the family, the Wizards, Ibok and Sabak get their powers from some of history's greatest monsters rather than gods and heroes. So to access the powers of hell, Sabak says his name and is given the strength of Satan, Aim, Belial, Beelzebub, Asmodeus, and Krates. And there have been 2 men to use the name, Freddie Freeman's former foster brother, Tommy Carnes, and New York City mob boss Ishmael Gregor, the latter being created many years later from that. But done uploading. Yeah, all right. So here goes the trailer, and there's some cool, you'll definitely see some cool flashback shit, and there's some dope Hawkman shit.
My son sacrificed his life to save me. These powers are not a gift, but a curse. Born out of rage. So I'm opted out.
This loose cannon needs to be locked down before innocent people start getting hurt.
He's been asleep for 5,000 years.
You find us a cell that can hold him, we'll take care of the rest.
Who's on the team? I didn't bring a passport.
We don't need passports. We're the Justice Society.
There's a war going on outside we ain't safe from.
Black Adam.
We're here to negotiate your peaceful surrender.
Heard about at least 3 killings this afternoon.
I'm not peaceful. Nor do I surrender. Here we go. I kneel before no one.
You didn't come here to seek justice. You came to exact revenge.
I never said I was a hero.
Giving you respect, I expect the same thing.
You believe you are not worthy. But fate does not make mistakes.
I'll fight for you. There's a war going on outside we ain't safe from.
You have 2 paths. You can be the destroyer of this world. Or you can be its savior.
Be its destroyer. Don't be its savior. Come on, Black Adam. Be Black Adam. That looks fucking dope. This could be the best DC movie since Matt Reeves' Batman. This could be, I think it's gonna be the best DC movie since Batman. The
ever.
Batman. Maybe, yeah, maybe ever.
Ooh,
yeah.
ever. Whoa.
Yeah,
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
That is a claim.
That's a big claim, but it could be up there. It could be up there. It could definitely be up there, bro.
This is the most hype. This is the most hype I ever had ever. But like,
I feel you, because when I watched it earlier, I was up there. I was yes, this one looks great. I'm so excited.
Bro, Black Adam is
hope Black Adam is like a villain, please.
That's what I'm saying. They said you could you can either destroy the world or be its savior.
I didn't even know that they were trying to fight him. They trying to like I didn't even know that. Like they need to do this right.
Yeah. Yes. The biggest factor is The Rock keeping him a villain and not wanting to turn him into a good guy. Now, if he turns into a good guy in like the second movie, they do a trilogy, that's fine, because in the comics, Black Adam does become a good guy.
He does some good things. Black Adam never becomes a good guy.
Well, he becomes a member of the Justice League.
Yeah.
And he becomes a good superhero where he's trying to be a good guy. He wants to put his bad ways behind him. He's a Justice League member now, and they reluctantly let him on the team. A whole fucking thing went on. Now
when Superman was on it, I gotta research that.
Yeah. So
yeah.
So they argued and shit. They didn't want to let him on and shit, but they let him on. But now in the current Black Adam comic, he's even been replaced with now White Adam, which is this whole other story that I wish they didn't do. But
White Adam.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be a great introduction. Third movie, passing the mantle on to White Adam. I met him on the street.
I stand corrected, man.
Yeah, I wish I had the comic, man.
I met him on the streets. He was worthy. Here you go.
Wow.
I might have a picture of him too. There's a picture of
White Adam.
Yeah, white. It's white. It's a picture of White Adam too.
Wow.
I hate
him.
Yeah.
White Adam.
Yeah, here it is. Okay, so Black Adam's replacement.
Brilliant photo.
Where is it? Where is he? Where is he?
I hope it's not like Bucky when they call him the White Wolf once and then we never hear it again. It don't mean anything. When
Yeah, no, his name is Malik White. That's why he's White Adam. His name is Malik White. He is a black. You know, his as a human, he's a black person, but his name is White Adam, and he is a medical student. Malik uses defibrillator paddles and calls Shazam to hit his ancestor with a powerful blast of energy in a brilliant last-ditch effort to prevent Black Adam from flatlining. Saves his life. Black Adam, blah blah blah, tells him his successor. Let me see if I can get a picture of the character though. Well, I can just fucking look up the picture of the character. Pretty sure that was what they called him, White Adam. Yeah, White Adam, pretty much.
Yeah, his brilliant suit highlights the name.
When you type White Adam in Google and you go to images, you just get a whole bunch of white guy photos.
What a great name for its successor. What an amazing name.
So fucking creative.
Yeah, let's get Red Adam, Blue Adam, Purple Adam. Let's get Rainbow.
Yeah,
that's the
at least try to clean up the mess. Like, we're not just gonna leave it at White Adam. It sounds that's just corny. First there's Black Adam. All of a sudden, and now there's a White Adam. I guess like maybe the Stan Lee for DC stepped in and was like, no, we're gonna make him a black guy. Okay,
you get it? Wink. You get it?
Yeah. Right. So he's kind of like same. Yeah, it's like Black Adam's costume, but white instead of black, with like Shazam red in there, and he's got the cape. But that's him with the high top fade. There he is, Malik White.
Kid. White Adam. Kid?
Oh yeah, he's a kid
from Kid and Play. I mean.
Yeah. He's rocking the kid from Kid and Play. And but yeah, he is a kid though. But yeah, I'm not reading that one. That's the current Black Adam comic. Black Adam 2, I think, is where he came out at. And they like to foreshadow the movies with the comics. But you know, where they already kind of know what movies they're gonna do, they'll put the comic out first so that nobody can go, that's not, and now it is in the comics. And that's what they do. That's how they cover that shit up. But like we said before, the only reason that they change everything from the comics when they make the movies is so that they don't have to give credit to the guy that made the comic. They can take the credit as being the creative force that made this great new movie. And they always fuck up. Henry Cavill is Doom. Yes, it is real, man. Oh, it is real. This is the screen from the D23 Expo yesterday, where they showed the cast of the new Fantastic Four movie. And there you see Krasinski as Reed, Jodie Comer as Sue, John Boyega as Johnny Storm, Seth Rogen as Ben Grimm, Henry Cavill as Victor Von Doom, and Matt Shakeman directing.
See, they're already scaring me with the Seth Rogen. They're already scaring me.
I know. What?
No, I know. No. Unfortunately, sir, it is not fake. Love it or hate it, it is real. It is official. It's a done deal. Cavill is Doom. Boyega playing Johnny Storm is kind of worrisome too, because where, you know, your boy that played Johnny Storm, you know, kind of has that sort of cockiness to him and stuff like that. Boyega is really not like that, but Boyega is a fucking very seasoned actor, and so he can pull it off. So I'm not worried about him pulling that off. What's his name? Ben Grimm, Seth Rogen. Where are they going with it? Who knows? He's just,
oh no, I'm so worried.
Yeah, Boyega played in Star Wars. Yeah,
but Reed and Sue. Those are the only two I'm not worried about. I'm worried about everybody else.
Right. Well, Krasinski, apparently people aren't too hype about anymore either, because they didn't like what they saw in Doctor Strange, but that was just a, you know, multiverse version of them. So hopefully they fixed it from that. But
it was like 30. It was like a minute long. Like I don't even understand. we got nothing from him. It was a minute long, and he was embarrassed and killed. So
yep.
I don't know.
It's not much to go on. It's not much to judge on. So
yeah,
even if we try to, all they're gonna do is say, "Well, remember that was an alternate universe version of him."
Mm-hmm.
So none of that actually. Like when they introduced the multiverse thing, I took 4 steps back, because that's what happened with me in comic books. When they brought the multiverse in, I was like, now nothing matters anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Gambit can get decapitated, and not even a couple months. In a few weeks, we'll literally have a Gambit from an alternate universe. We'll find that one he was just like this Gambit. Everything was exactly the same, you know. So
yeah, Manzo.
It can be done wrong.
He said this information is wrong. Tell me, Manzo, what is wrong about the information, sir? We do fact check before we go on. But no, again, as surprising as it is, amazing it is, this is all from the D23 Expo. So Disney plus Disney, the D23 Expo, is the one who's announcing this. They're the one who's saying this. We're not getting this secondhand from rumors or any of that shit like that. This has been officially announced at the D23 Expo yesterday. So just go on YouTube, bro. Just check out 1,000 other YouTube channels talking about the same thing. But yeah, it is definitely real. But Seth Rogen, I gave us the Invincible cartoon. Color me impressed. I'll give him a chance as Grimm. I'll give him a chance too. Yeah, he did give us Invincible. He is a comic nerd. He does know the content. He is really down with it. And I'm sure he's got the acting chops. He doesn't have to be the goofy, you know. He doesn't have to play that character. So
I'm worried.
I'm worried. I'm a little concerned. I won't say worried. I'm concerned, or I'm waiting to see. It remains to be seen. I'm not gonna make any decisions yet. I'm not worried.
I'm worried.
I'm worried.
I'm not gonna worry yet, because he's a good actor, and as long as he's directed well, and they don't have him playing the goofball that he always.
Are you saying good actor, or are you saying he can remember his lines?
No. He can do many different kinds of characters. he can act. He could do different kinds of characters. He just always gets typecast as that same kind of goofy character.
When I think of an actor, I think a good actor. I think I'm not a fan.
He was in The Boys.
I like Invincible.
That's right.
You don't like The Boys?
No, Homeland. No, I don't like any of that.
He wasn't in there. He wasn't like a main character. He was in there briefly, wasn't he? I don't remember him being prominent. I don't remember that.
In what?
In The Boys, he wasn't like super.
No, he like made The Boys.
He made it.
Yeah, he's like directed it and stuff. Yeah, he directed that, and also Invincible and stuff like that. Like he produced it and stuff.
I mean, that's wonderful, but that doesn't really play into how he'll play the character.
Yeah, no, it doesn't really. It just sort of gives it.
For me, a good actor is the guy that played the movie Split.
What movie?
Played Professor X
what's his name?
The new Professor X, the younger Professor X.
Oh yeah, that was dope. Yeah,
the movie Split. I think it's where the dude got like 23 personalities.
Yeah, James McAvoy.
James McAvoy. He can act.
Yeah, he was in one.
James McAvoy can act.
Yeah, he can act. Yeah, he can act. For sure. He did Wanted as well. And yeah, he was dope as Professor X. Yeah, I don't know why we're talking about him, but he's a good actor.
Well, you said Seth Rogen is a good actor. So I was saying
no, I wouldn't say that Seth Rogen is like Al Pacino or anything like that. I'm just saying he can do other stuff than the goofy stuff you saw him doing, like Monsters Inc. and shit like that. He does, but the reason I guess that I was saying that that Norin was saying that he did Invincible and The Boys is just to sort of illustrate that he's not just some comedian they pulled in. He's actually a comic guy. So maybe he does know what he's doing, or maybe he's gonna play it the way he should, or whatever.
Long
just
as
it just gives me a little click.
Taika Waititi ain't directing it. We good.
Yeah, Taika's not involved. Thank God. I think he's gonna be out of the MCU for good.
He needs to.
Yeah, he said he was.
Hang it up.
Yeah, he said he was. He said, I'm done. He said, my brand of humor doesn't seem to be going over, and I don't know what else to do, so I'm just not gonna do any more movies for y'all. It was cool.
He turns Zeus into a joke. He needs to be arrested for that.
Yeah, like that whole shit was corny, bro.
Lock him up.
Lock him up.
Oh my God. Director for what? Norin Rad. Because if you're talking about Fantastic Four, he did WandaVision. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he did WandaVision. Yeah. So that's the only thing I know of. Which is why I'm very...
WandaVision was bad to me. I didn't like WandaVision.
It wasn't all that.
The last couple episodes were kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
But the beginning was okay. I thought the beginning was good. But it just kind of fell apart.
But this guy, Mark Shackman, for the Fantastic Four is what Norin Rad was asking. Mark Shackman. I don't know what else he's done. Let's see. Mark Shackman. What has he done? Nope. Not that guy. Known for WandaVision, Game of Thrones, and The Great Gatsby, I guess that's good. I don't know. It just says The Great. But okay, so he did. I didn't know what has he done in Game of Thrones. Maybe he directed some episodes. The Great is just the name of it. Maggie Malone. Oh, he's married to Maggie Malone. Yeah. Always Sunny in Philadelphia. He directed. Yeah, he directed some Game of Thrones. So yeah, he's not like. Yeah. Now I'm kind of worried. Now I'm kind of worried.
They better not mess.
That's why I said I'm cautiously optimistic.
Watch him nail the Fantastic Four and then completely butcher X-Men. I'm just...
Now he's worried. Yeah. Now I'm worried.
That's the one piece of leverage they have left is the X-Men. So I don't know what they're gonna do.
One thing that's the thing that they cannot fuck up. If they fuck up the X-Men, they're done. They're done.
Yeah.
It's a wrap. Hang it up. So don't fuck that up, y'all.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful.
Yeah,
with
whatever core fans you have left, them jokers will jump shit. Be glued.
Yeah, bro.
Because
that's all that has after this last phase. The hope of Fantastic Four is all that really has me still on the boat.
Right.
Because I would have been this last phase. I'm done with y'all. Y'all don't know what the fuck you doing. Who's ever over there making decisions? Y'all need to revamp some shit. But I'm still
recalibrate.
Yeah, I'm hanging on though, because they still got to give me Wolverine, and we got to see what they're gonna do. But
they need to be very careful with Wolverine, because if I don't even like the actor, I'm not giving the movie a chance.
All you need to do is cast the wrong person.
They better not get no actor I don't even like. He won't even make it to the big screen of Wolverine. They better get a cool actor first.
You know, but I kind of want them to. I kind of wanted to do an unknown actor. I kind of wanted to be somebody new, so that it's not like, oh, it's such and such playing Wolverine. Yeah, give us someone new so that he is Wolverine. Kind of Hugh Jackman. We didn't know him really before Wolverine, and then so he became Logan. So if you give us someone that we don't know, like if you put, you know, Keanu Reeves in there, it's like, oh, look at, you know, John Wick with Carl. Not gonna, or Neo or something. So give us someone new. I think would be the best way to go. But yeah, they're taking way too long on X-Men. I agree, Nornrad. They're talking about maybe the end of the next phase. Maybe.
They milk it. They know people waiting for the X-Men.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
They
know
that
if,
and Fantastic Four. They are milking the hell out of those two. They have yet to officially publish the casting for Fantastic Four. They haven't done shit with X-Men because those are the two things.
Yep. So well,
now
we got our cast for Fantastic Four. So maybe now.
Maybe because they haven't officially said anything yet. They haven't put it out there yet. So maybe
that is what the D23 Expo is.
Yeah, but putting it out. It hasn't been posted anywhere, and they would have posted it. It hasn't been posted anywhere. Like not on Marvel's official thing, not on the others, nowhere. So I'm waiting until then, and then I'm gonna be like, yeah, okay.
All right, now I'm worried.
No, because the D23 Expo is their unveiling of stuff, so they won't post it until the end of the Expo, which I think is tomorrow. That's when they'll start posting the shit. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Monday. I'm gonna wait until they do that.
Okay. Well, I mean, I know that they're not gonna put it out at the Expo and then not do it. They can't do that. So once they've already put it out in the Expo, they can't now not do that cast. They've already announced it.
But I'm saying it's not public knowledge. It's maybe public to the people at the Expo, but the people don't know about that because they would have posted that. They don't know about it yet. So
we'll see. Yeah, it's not really. Yeah, I guess everyone's posting it except Marvel, but they will. It will be a couple days because they're gonna wait till the end of the Expo to start posting stuff. There's still more reveals coming. Yeah,
right. That makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah.
It's still they can't, they got it. But yeah, X-Men is a long ways away. Probably 2025. Probably, who knows?
They're gonna be made another couple $1 billion by then. So force feeding you Squirrel Girl and everything else in between.
Right. Pretty much. Well, y'all, it is almost 9:30. We've been on for almost 3 hours. This is supposed to be a 1 hour show, but we're gonna call it a day, a night right now. But we'll be back Monday, of course, at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with updates and official everything. So we'll wrap that up. We'll definitely go into the Rings of Power and chop that up. And we got some new Coast Contra sessions that we want to chop up as well. So that'll be dope. So definitely peace out, Nornrad. We'll see y'all Monday, and have a good weekend. Be safe. Peace.